Oh no, dude, you can't do that one.
Alright,
Stop.
when we left off, our players had just returned to the city of Easthaven. After booking their venue and sitting comfortably in their wooden chairs, a fire erupted in the Bohemian Society's grandiose makeshift theater. After setting up a local triage area and treating most of the wounded, you guys are still in Easthaven. Looking over the smoldering remains, you guys do see a few bodies that you couldn't get to in time. Over their fiery corpses, you see a few villagers begin gathering for warmth. As this is occurring to the rest of you, you all hear a very loud noise peak up, almost like the sound of a slide whistle, as this huge thaumaturgical sound echoes in the area. Aralas, you have activated that spell. However, Aralas, you are still speaking to the figure who appears to be Imdra. She steps out of the White Lady Inn, fire crackling behind her. You have asked her if she knows where the cauldron is. She has said no, and you know that she is lying. As she looks at you quizzitively, what would you like to do, Aralas?
Well, I don't think anyway that you can leave the city tonight. I will ask my group and get back to you because I think this is all very improper, very fishy. And I feel that what you may be doing is very wrong. And I want to incite her reaction.
As she looks at you, she doesn't say much, but she inevitably says, "Well, this is very surprising to me. I thought that we had an agreement, Zezek."
I wanna.
Go ahead.
I wanna. Is Imdra tall as
She is.
as,
She's a little
Dizan?
bit. Yeah, she is a little bit taller than you. However, right now, why don't you roll me an insight check or an investigation check to determine if she's taller? After booking their venue and sitting comfortably in their wooden chairs, a fire erupted in the Bohemian Society's grandiose makeshift theater. After setting up a local triage area and treating most of the wounded, you guys are still in Easthaven. Looking over the smoldering remains, you guys do see a few bodies that you couldn't get to in time. Over their fiery corpses, you see a few villagers begin gathering for warmth. As this is occurring to the rest of you, you all hear a very loud noise peak up, almost like the sound of a slide whistle, as this huge thaumaturgical sound echoes in the area. Aralas, you have activated that spell. However, Aralas, you are still speaking to the figure who appears to be Imdra. She steps out of the White Lady Inn, fire crackling behind her. You have asked her if she knows where the cauldron is. She has said no, and you know that she is lying. As she looks at you quizzitively, what would you like to do, Aralas?
Well, I don't think anyway that you can leave the city tonight. I will ask my group and get back to you because I think this is all very improper, very fishy. And I feel that what you may be doing is very wrong. And I want to incite her reaction.
As she looks at you, she doesn't say much, but she inevitably says, "Well, this is very surprising to me. I thought that we had an agreement, Zezek."
I wanna.
Go ahead.
I wanna. Is Imdra tall as
She is. She's a little
Dizan?
bit. Yeah, she is a little bit taller than you. However, right now, why don't you roll me an insight check or an investigation check to determine if she's taller than usual? She seems to be typical Imdra height. However, she has referred to you as Zezek as well.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to keep your part of the deal to allow me to go first towards her?
At about that time, you do watch as Imdra dissolves. Black hat, red band in front of you, standing the man you know to be Dazan, your former mentor. He looks up. Well, of course. But, then again, I think that you have already violated the terms. Getting in front of me like this, ceasing my movement. If you let me go, I promise to make good on our deal.
I don't care about no cauldron. I think the life around this place is crude enough. The food was good, but I rather keep my oath and my promise, and I'll let you go for now. Please, stop killing everybody and burning everybody. This tends to get on my moral code a bit.
Only what is necessary, I assure you. And about that time, you do watch as he bends down, plucks up a large cauldron that was sitting behind him, and manifests a large golden disc. As he sets the cauldron on the golden disc, the disc and Dazan begin walking easterly around the city. As they leave, do you let them go?
I will. Yes.
Inevitably, the rest of you, tending to the wounded, you gather all you can. The corpses, irredeemable, do still surround you. As the rest of you are gathered, you do know that Aralas is not with you, and neither are the kobolds.
Is my steel defender still in the cart?
They are indeed.
Do you have any idea where the kobolds went?
You gave the kobolds some gold, and they went throughout the city to make a day of it. If they were in the White Lady Inn, that would be very unfortunate, but at the moment you don't know where they are.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I will take a run as fast as I can if it's safe enough to dash in and see if there's any survivors.
As you look, the scorching inferno is just too bright to surpass. And as you go to the front door, your lungs clogged with soot and the fiery blaze is keeping you at bay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check at disadvantage. Can't see much inside.
Okay, I'll get back to the group, I guess, since this place is burning. Is there anything else that will burn if I let it burn?
From what you can see, it won't. The fire has spread, but where it has spread to is already almost smoldering ruins. It looks pretty well contained amongst the snowy alleyways that separate the different structures in the city.
Get back to the group.
Inevitably, you guys see a very weary, soot-covered Aralas as he returns to the group.
Seeing as it is hard for any of us to go in there, maybe I should go get the help of a new friend, maybe, that I've, created.
All right. As you return to the wagon, you do see the very thinly apparent silhouette of your new steel defender still draped in a large egg-white linen curtain.
It is time. And I throw off the coverings, and I open up the chest cavity and light a small flame within that then runs the machine as a whole. Eric, as I am explaining this, will you go get my pictures? They're on the buckets.
As you guys watch this occur, the steel chassis unveiled beneath this broad, immaculate curtain, you do have the picture. But in the meantime, would you like to describe what the players are looking at?
He is a large creature of sorts, you would think. But made out of metal, I have Erwin. And Erwin is about probably twice my size. And you can see that his wings act as shields, and he has talons of sorts.
Very nice. As you guys look forward at this massive draconian construct named Erwin, It is much larger than you remember Ariel being and looks a bit more formidable as well. Now, Larry, as you are now level 5, Irwin's health will be 25 instead of 20 HP.
Meet our new friend.
Can Erwin fly?
Erwin doesn't like to be asked that, all right? It just, well, I can't believe. They're
Erwin's
shields.
great.
They're shields.
Erwin's great regardless. It's just the wings. I was wondering if it had black
Oh,
abilities.
well, not quite. He is quite dense and metallic. But Erwin is our friend, and I can still ride Erwin, of course, on the back. But Erwin is a flightless bird. Yes.
Wonderful. Welcome
About
aboard.
that time, you guys witness 2 huge steam bubbles of exhaust pool out of Irwin's draconian nostrils, and he is now under your control, Larry.
This is a very good work. Very nice.
There you are. As you guys stay for but a moment, surrounding this little triage area, admiring Irwin, you guys see a silhouette in the distance approaching you all now. Behind it are 4 very small creatures, about kobold height. As this black silhouette begins to draw into frame, you guys see Captain Jackson, the captain of the Easthaven ferry, as he approaches you all now. Say, what happened over here? What's going on?
Arlas, would you like to take this one?
Well, I can explain a part of it. I think the other inn where the cauldron was has been burned down, and I have not. I think I saw a illusion of Imdra, but that was not very accurate. I saw someone escape really fast with a big metal disc carrying something.
Oh,
So that maybe that cauldron we had found.
yeah, that's real unfortunate, however, I was kind of referring more to these whippersnappers I found at the tavern. About which time he pulls one of them aside, and you guys see one of Alistair's kobold henchmen, mug, mustache around her top lip. All of these kobolds seem extremely intoxicated.
Aye, my lads. You found them.
And I did. And it's a good thing I found you lot too. By the looks of things, y'all might need somewhere to sleep for the night.
Indeed.
Well, alright. I think I can spare y'all a room at the Wet Trout. However, my ferry's under renovations. I'm sure you can understand.
The wet trout would be just fine.
Right away. As he turns his foot, he gives an about face before returning again to his original position. Say, didn't y'all have a dragonborn that used to accompany you?
He's passed.
Oh. At about that time, he takes off his tricorn hat, revealing a very wet, sweat-covered red bandana underneath. I'm sorry for your loss.
Much appreciated.
As he makes his way to the Wet Trout, the tavern on the northeastern end of the city. Would you guys like to accompany him?
Sure.
With my kobolds in tow, I'll follow.
So, where y'all heading to?
Arlas.
Well, our next step was maybe, well, this show was the main event of our week. I believe maybe we are heading to Goodmeade for the famous tickets and the brewery visit. Or was that the reason of our venture over there?
Wait a minute. You guys mean to tell me you've kept hold of that ticket this long?
Aye.
That's impressive. Most fellas get shanked by highwaymen or lose it in the night. Well, if you are going to Goodmeade, tomorrow would be a good day to get there. Shouldn't have too much of a hard time. After all, the East Way is the safest route in all of Tin Towns. As you guys inevitably make it to the White Trout, you see that head of a stag looming overhead. Its bright blue lanterns still emitting a very dim lit aurora. As you guys walk in, you see the spilled mead, the unconscious bartenders, and the other symptoms of the kobolds' raucous behavior. As they walk in, you guys all see the kobolds kind of look at their feet. A couple of them hide behind Alistair, and the tavern keep speaks up, a female white dragonborn. So, have you come to pay for the damage caused by your little runts?
You talking about my lads here?
That's right.
I'm very sorry. This was their first night of freedom. First paycheck, you know?
It's alright. What about that time she gives you a pat on the shoulder? Seeing white scales again kinda made me feel it though. Consider this liability. I will take it out of the day's tenure.
Alright.
Actually, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind giving my friends here a room. This could be arranged, unless you guys are lacking in coin.
I suspect we've got enough. How much is it for, how much would it be to board the lot of us?
Oh, well, for one room, which is all I have left, I will charge you 4 silver pieces.
Oh, of course. How many people do we have, though? Are we really going to manage to squeeze into one room, everybody?
There's
Well, I
8 of you.
think snugging up is going to be the best option for tonight. Tomorrow we can leave early.
Alright, yours will be on the 3rd floor of the tavern. At the end of the hall, you will see a big door. It's a little bit bigger than the other rooms.
I'll give her gold.
Oh,
Em,
thank
her?
you. Blessings of a real be
pleasure.
upon you. And she takes the gold and places it in a small pocket next to her brassiere. As you guys inevitably ascend the stairs and find your room, you see, hanging above the room, is a very small talisman, certainly of religion or religious origin. However, you can't quite deem its exact source. You guys can go ahead and roll me a religion check if you wish.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Can you all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Did everyone take proficiency in fucking religion? Jesus Christ. +4, +3, +4?
Hey, there's nothing to do in the snow, man, so you better have something to do
Very true.
and to talk about.
However,
Were we supposed to make a religion check?
if you would like to.
Make a religion save.
I also have proficiency.
Wow, you guys are just some crazy religious fanatics, huh? Alright. Unfortunately, despite all of your obscure hobbies paying off in this weird one aspect, Glenn, you're the only one with a high
Nope.
enough.
Nope, nope, nope. That was Aralas that rolled the highest. I rolled an 8.
Oh!
Still have to roll.
Orlas, despite not even being a paladin or a cleric, you know that this talisman is a religious talisman of the cult of Auril. This, a very small doll with what looks like a makeshift owl mask, is a ward to avoid the destruction of Auril's minions. Now then,
And what kind of god is that? Is it a good god, a bad god?
Auril is another name for the Frost Maiden. The
Oh.
same one that killed Otaku, and who was the center point of the Easthaven Midwinter's performance. As you guys,
I will take the doll and open the door, put the doll in the corridor, and close the door behind us.
As he lets all of you pass, you guys see 2 bunk beds, only 4 cots each. Who's taking them?
The floor is
I'm taking one of them.
Can I just sleep in the bag with the kobolds?
Erlon won't even go in. Erlon will just kind of plop down next to the mammoth, and hopefully the mammoth and Tiger just plop there next to him, and he'll just start meditating outside.
Alright, yeah, as you make your way to the Easthaven stable, you see the mammoth taking up most of the space. Asleep already. Tiger is nestled up in a small cranny of his very furried, woolly body. And
Where'd you
Erlon,
say that
goes
we were?
You guys are in Easthaven.
Oh, no, like, did you say we were in a specific spot?
Right, you guys are in the wet trout.
Okay, yeah, okay. Just making sure we were still there.
Do you want to get the mammoth, like, next to the tavern, or do you want to go join him and sleep in the stables?
I'll just join him in the stables.
No,
Alright,
he
yeah.
can come in.
Well, maybe not inside
in.
with the mammoth.
He didn't say a castle. He said there's one room.
An inn.
Alistair, were you going to say something?
Would I know where the ferry is that's under renovation?
You would indeed. It is at the end of the longest dock, the same one that is very near to the White Lady Inn. That is the location of the Easthaven ferry.
I'm gonna look around, see how crowded it is. Grab up my kobolds. Come on, lads. We're gonna do a bit of kindness, and I'm gonna head for the ferry.
Alright, you're your boss. And as 4 kobolds make their way down the stairs, you guys suddenly feel like you have a lot more space to yourselves. Alistair, as you make your way to the Easthaven ferry, you hear the swinging of hammers, the dangling of chains, what you know to be the sound of a ferry, or any boat for that matter, before it takes off.
It leaves?
It's about to. Go ahead and make me a dexterity check.
Ah, shit.
Alright, as you run and run and run, you see it about to take off, and as it does so, a head leans over. Hey! Anchor down! About that time it sinks, the gold tooth shining in his dark face. You do see it is Bones Jackson. Oh, you changed your mind after all, huh?
I thought me and my lads here could lend a hand, and I'm going to give each one of them a set of tools.
That's awful nice of you. Well, it's the least I can do. After all, you're the one that saved my baby from imminent destruction.
I thought we could help putting it all back together, cleaning it up, and in exchange we have a place to sleep tonight.
Oh, it's much obliged, but I wouldn't let your little workers toil all night without at least a little bit of pay. Come on, we'll sort it all out later.
Alright, thank you very much.
As you climb aboard and orchestrate each kobold to do different tasks, one tends to the stern, the other the back ballast. A few actually hoist some hatches up where they had previously fallen off. Go ahead and make me a tinkerer's check. Go ahead with D20, and I think you get proficiency and your intelligence modifier, if I'm not mistaken. Artificers are such a strange lot.
Alright, you said proficiency plus intelligence
Yes, please.
modifier.
A good roll at that. I will say, by the time dawn breaks, this ship will be completely repaired.
Hell yeah.
Although you struggle to go to sleep, by the sound of the banging and the other tools being implemented, you all do inevitably get a full night's rest. As the morning comes, as always, the two who see the light the soonest are Aralas and Erland. As you guys look up into the dim-lit sky, Erland, you at the stables, Aralas, you at the wet trout. What do you guys want to do?
just want to make sure that I'm studying my book of spells really well, and I want to master this counter spell. If I need to use it against Dizan or any other magic user, that's what I'll be focusing into.
Good job.
I'm going to play with Tiger and the mammoth. Maybe not play with the mammoth, but kind of just, keep them entertained for the morning until everybody else gets up. And yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. Inevitably, the rest of you come to wake up. Inevitably, you guys in the Wet Trout hear a very raucous display down in the tavern proper. Men sloshing their drinks, a few garbled sea shanties. Even now, in the morning, it seems as though the Wet Trout is the place to be if you are in Easthaven. So you guys bring yourselves up, groggy as you might be. What would you guys like to do?
Anyone care to join me for a
Hey,
moment?
oh, Glenn, that sounds terrific. We should do that and also talk about what the hell we're going to do today. Hey, Larry, I like your Arwen.
Yes, as I'm blushing him. What about him do you like? Many things.
Oh,
He's shiny.
well, he's got that, those wings. They're pretty cool. Can he fly?
Oh
Don't-
my God! You are the second person to ask that, and I go about polishing, and I take her or him, and we go downstairs.
Erwin gives you all a very condescending exhale of steam through his draconian nostrils, and they turn downstairs. As Erwin hits the first plank of the stair, you guys watch as the board shreds underneath. However, the rest of the boards maintain, and Larry and Erwin are the first into the tavern. As you look around, Larry, even in the daylight, it is an especially disgusting joint. Dried meat in the corner, you even see what appears to be a dark, brackish liquid, almost like blood coagulated on the table, and behind it is a very cheery white dragonborn. Oh, well, good morning to you, Mrs.
Larry.
Right.
Yes. And I just start cleaning lightly with some of my polishing stuff.
I leave the cleaning to the mortals. What do the rest of you do?
Hey, Larry, are you using your toothbrush to clean the floors of this tavern?
It is a toothbrush, possibly.
Did you guys pack?
It's not like I use one. Pfft, what do you think I am?
Larry, is that my toothbrush?
Ha 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 ha!
At this time, Erland walks in. What is a toothbrush?
It's
Well,
what you
if you
use to
take
clean your
some,
teeth with, unless you're Larry.
If we take some hair off of your mammoth, I think we can make a couple. That's for sure.
Look at how shiny this spot is. Just this spot. It's nice. It's a nice spot.
Oh, it's one of those city things, huh?
Does this place have any like morning specific drinks? Like
Well, I am glad
corpse
you asked.
reviver or
We usually have honeydew. However, it has dried up in Goodmeade. Would you like a seaside scalder?
honeydew? Is honeydew's dried up just about everywhere, hasn't it?
Unfortunate.
Yes, because it is closed down. And I
Yeah.
think maybe, and I give Glenn a very knowing look, and I say maybe we should go around to poke around and see what happened.
It seems as though the universe is pointing us in this direction.
That is what I've been saying this entire time.
Anyways, just fill up a receptacle with whatever you deem most appropriate for the morning hours. For myself, for my friend here named Rez. Who else would want one? Do you think Larry would want one? Larry drinks, right?
Yes, Larry would like one.
Okay, Larry, we'll get Larry one. Alistair, I don't even know if he's here. I know he took his new friends out and about.
Yeah, I think they're at that boat or whatever.
Because you
Yeah,
slept
so
in the
with that
ferry,
being said-
Alistair, I will say it's about appropriate now if you would like to return.
When I get up, I'm gonna look around and survey the ship and see that it's in good order.
It is indeed. Very good order.
I'd like to put in while we're all here, while Alistair hangs out with his new crew. I think we need to designate someone else with the title of captain. I'd like to throw my name in the metaphorical hat.
You will always have my vote, Glenn.
All right.
Alistair, I will always call him Captain Alistair. Because that's
Tell him
like,
I said so.
that's his name.
The title of this episode is going to be Mutiny.
Anyways, get a drink for Alistair too. I'm sure he's gonna come back. How many friends does he have with him? Should we get a drink for all of them, or like should they?
Let's get a drink for one of them, and they can share it. Let's also get a couple of like old equivalent of Old English breakfast. Insert here. We'll get a few of those to go around, and we'll have a good time. Have it ready for them when they come back.
I do not sell eggs at this establishment. However, if I'm telling your drinks appropriately, that will be 15 silver.
I hand him 2 gold.
Ah,
He
thank
gives
you.
him 2 gold.
She takes the 2 gold, places it in the exact same pocket, and begins cleaning a very clean glass tankard that she's about to fill up with seaside scalder. As she turns around to hit the lever and activate the spigot, she speaks to you over her shoulder. Sorry to be a eavesdropper, but you say that you are going to Goodmeade?
Oh, you know, just to like see what happens there, you know, like see what happened to the locals, see why it shut down in the first place.
Well, if you do find out what the issue is, and can return to me with a cask of honeydew, well, I can make it worth your while.
How much worse my vial are you talking? Because it seems with the Calishtan arms and the White Lady out of the way, you seem to be charging an arm and a leg now.
Well, a very astute bard you happen to be. Certainly you've been around a bar or two. I'll tell you this. If you go and bring me back an entire cask, I will give you 200 gold pieces.
That sounds almost reasonable. How about for a cask and 2 barrels? Or a cask and 2 kegs?
Are you asking us to do more work right now, Rez?
Oh no, shh.
A cask and 2 kegs, huh? I think that could be arranged.
For 400 gold.
For 350 gold.
You've got yourself a deal.
Alright, as she extends 5 very sharp taloned fingers towards you. Would you like to shake her hand?
I take off my glove, and I have the most beautiful skin, the most beautiful hands, and I shake her hand.
As you do so, you are almost feeling the sensation of shaking ice itself. You shake as your hand is very cold, and she kind of returns with a firm grasp. Are you okay? Maybe you started drinking too soon.
Oh, no. Sorry, I was thinking of something else. Anyways, thank you. I shall be in contact. And, you know, if you have, then, we'll take a large breakfast platter for that generous tip I gave you earlier, you know? We've got some friends coming. And can we get one, like, actual pint of ale, 1 more pint, and 4 shot glasses?
Of course, you have certainly paid your fair share. And as she exits for a while, looking under some tables and so on, opening some cabinets, she inevitably gets it all ready. As that takes about 10 minutes to prepare the breakfast, to prepare the drinks, Alistair, would you like to have returned to the tavern by this time?
Yeah, me and my little crew are gonna return.
As you guys march in...
Zach, what are their names?
Well, first I've got to assign each of them a rank when they show merit.
That's right. Initially...
So they don't get a name until then?
No, they gotta wait till they get a rank.
And Larry...
They've got to earn it, like they earned their freedom.
And Larry, you are aware that a lot of kobolds don't really mind that. As a matter of fact, you and your family are so especially unique because you have names. After all,
It's nice. I like having a name.
very much so. Alistair returns to a very silent pub, but as the kobolds walk in, you guys see the old sailors, the farm hands, the drunken peasants alike. They're back! People raising their glasses, cheering. One of the kobolds, well, hi, hello. She approaches the bar. So, what say I get a drink, huh?
Are they now at the tavern?
They are indeed.
I guide them to the tables that I've pushed together with this large feast for everyone. And I say, you four, sit here. I've got you glasses, and I show them the little shot glasses, and I pour each of them some ale. And I set the ale in front of them, and I say, this is where you will sit. I've ordered it buffet style, so it will be a take one, pass it along. Take one, pass it along. Everybody sits, this will be good.
Can I'm gonna ask one of the kobolds maybe on the end and ask if I can sit next to them.
Well, sure.
All right. I like friends.
As you sit next to them, you guys watch as the other three kobolds clink their shot glass together and put it down. However, the fourth, a little frailer than most and sitting next to Larry, looks up. Oh, I'm good. And he pushes the shot glass away.
Oh, that's okay. Would you rather have
Fine.
some? Would you rather have some pumpkin juice or some cucumber water, or what would you rather? Anything you would like?
Oh, okay.
What's the matter?
Yeah, you feeling okay?
At about which time
Hey, what's going on, little tight?
one of the other kobolds punches him in the shoulder. Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
I'll give him
Okay.
a hug.
I'm also gonna sit down with the kobolds, and I'm gonna stare at each of them after this interaction. Just stare at them.
You do see the other kobolds.
Alistair, would you like some baked beans for breakfast?
I'm alright. Maybe if there's a spot of meat.
Oh, it looks like there's some bacon over there.
That'll do just fine.
As you
I
guys
pass him the
look
bacon.
As you bite into your bacon strip and inspect the other kobolds, you do notice 3 of them seem to be getting on very well. 2 of the females almost seem to be like the leaders of the group. They're very competent. One of the men is about the size of them. However, this much scrawnier kobold seems to be excluded from most matters and seems to be receiving a better part of the jeering from his siblings.
I'm gonna pick that one out, and I'm gonna signal for him to come over and sit by me.
Give him a gun. Give him a gun too.
He kind of looks over.
Do not give him a gun yet.
He looks over at the other
Do not give him a
kobolds,
gun.
who are now all
Man,
seething
he's gonna
with
kill
jealousy.
someone.
And very trepidatiously, he walks over to Alistair. Is there something you wanted, boss?
I just wanted to review each of your work on the ship back there. And I'd like to recall, like, how good each of them did in their various tasks, putting the ship back
They all
together.
performed pretty phenomenally, actually. This fellow, you remember, was actually repairing the center mast. He did a very good job.
Give him
Well, me lads, if you're going to be in the crew, you're gonna have to have ranks.
One of them pipes up, the elder female. What's rank mean?
Aye, it's a chain of command. The higher you rank, the more you're in charge, especially when I'm not around.
Well, I should be the most in charge. I'm the oldest.
It's not quite how it works. Ranks are earned by merit.
They all kind of look around, and one of the men speaks up. Not the scrawny one, but the strong one. And whose merit?
Your merit. Each of you is going to show your merit, your potential, and you'll get a role. I'm going to look to the scrawny one to my side. You lad, I'm going to make you quartermaster.
I'm the master?
You're quartermaster. You You manage the rest of the lot's spending. You hold the coin. You keep them in order. You make sure everyone is treated fairly. That's your job.
One of the girls speaks up. But that don't make any sense because they gave all their gold to me.
And from now on, I'll be giving the gold to him, and he'll divvy it up to each of you fairly.
Ah! The other three kobolds slam their hands on the ground. However, the scrawny kobold looks over. You know what? I think I will eat something.
Aye, that's a lad. Dig in.
I think I'm outranked by this kobold.
Yeah, Bosun is definitely
Aren't
under
we all?
quartermaster.
I'm.
Bosun is like
going to-
is like barely mid rank.
This
Yeah.
is bullshit.
Staff sergeant.
I'm gonna pull out of my bag the noggin topper, the gnomish noggin topper. I'm gonna put it on the quartermaster.
His eyes bright up. The girls kind of look. Hey, I want a hat like that one.
Master has given Dobby a stuff.
All right, lads. You each will be gifted when you earn your rank.
Oh, thanks a lot, boss. And he tips his hat and renews his original seat, however, this time with a newly added vigor.
As you work hard, you'll each be given rewards for your rank and new jobs, new responsibilities. And each of you with a rank will get paid more gold.
The male hops up. Alright then, if we give my little brother the master, what am I?
You little man, I'm gonna make you bosun.
What the fuck?
What's that mean?
It's a mutiny on both ends. What the hell?
Alright. I'll be the bosun. Will I just tell him what to do?
You're like a petty officer.
One of the other
You
ones
know what a
pipes
petty
up.
officer is?
Yeah, it's like a silver officer, but not as expensive, right?
You're a bit confused. Petty officer.
You supervise the mechanical duties on the ship, and you supervise provisions and other. I'm very experienced.
Okay.
I have
Oh,
worked hard.
Glenn, isn't that
for my
Joe, right?
position. I'm gonna. It was.
Wait a minute.
Alistair, I thought Glitton was your bosun.
Glenn, I haven't forgot you, but we're working our way up here, alright? Got a new bosun, and you little lad, your job is to make sure everyone else is doing their job.
Can't believe it.
Yeah,
You keep us running.
I think I can do that. And the two girls look at each other. Well, how come we don't got any jobs?
I'm
Ooh,
going to
Alistair,
give
something you
the-
need to work on, maybe.
I'm going to give the bosun
Oh shit, Ramey's updating.
the silver key knife that I have.
And what's this do?
Well, keys unlock things, but also it's a bit sharp so you can stab people with it.
Right. At about that point, she goes to stab the quartermaster. He's like, "Hey, you can't do that anymore. I
Oi,
outrank you."
you lot, respect each other, or you're off the crew and no more gold.
At about the time, the quartermaster kind of stands next to Alistair. And that's in order.
Glyn, my friend, it's time you were given a promotion.
This is ridiculous. I refuse to be promoted alongside people we met 3 days ago.
So
Very
you're
cute
saying
of you, very fun. I'm
you're saying you
unconcerned
don't
about
want
it.
to be my first mate.
Well, when you get a boat, I'll be your first mate. But until then, we're homies.
All right.
I'm only kidding, Alistair. I appreciate you a ton, but this is ridiculous, and I'm only kidding.
The other two, I'm going to make one third mate and one second mate.
as you explain this to them as well, they seem pretty astute. Ironically, the oldest one was given third mate. She kind of looks up, shakes her head, and then holds her glass up, which is inevitably filled by a patron. She takes another shot. As you
Alright, your ranks are open to change. The more merit you show, the more you'll earn a promotion.
Understood, Captain.
Alright, lads, dig in, enjoy the feast, enjoy the drink. We'll be setting off before long.
As you all do so, you all are at full HP, recovering any illnesses. And Alistair, you were not exhausted at the theater showing, because you are, of course, undead, and undead creatures cannot become exhausted. So,
Hey, Garrett.
I do want to note that as we have this big buffet meal, that I've done mage hand to like play my dulcimer in the background.
that is a very nice note. Thank you for including that. What were you going to say, Randy?
I was gonna say, until my computer finishes updating, I had a few tabs open, start freaking out, and then it did this. So until that happens, if you could just roll for me.
Of course. In the meantime, as you guys get well fed, inevitably, the day encroaches. It is about 8 a.m. You guys know that you have about 4 hours of dim sunlight left if you're lucky.
Okay, so here's the scoop. I think we should go to Goodmeade for a few reasons. A, and I wink at everyone because this is a public bar and I don't want to be too obvious because of the thing. B, I was just offered a job to bring some honeydew here, a cask and 2 kegs, to bring that here for a total of 350 gold to split amongst all of us. So, I say, we go there, we check it out, we see what closed them down, we help them get it back up, and for payment, we take the payment, and then we also say, hey, we saved your asses, we brought this place back up from the ground, can we have some meat? And then we take a lot more than what we're going to give them, and then we'll kind of be like, hey, we've got the honeydew, and we can sell it on the side of the road as we travel. How much money could we make, guys?
Well, if we were to travel to this place, open it back up via our specialties, that kind of makes us like shareholders in a kind of fashion.
And that
That's
means
what I'm
spend more
saying.
shiny.
That means a hell of a lot more shiny, Larry.
Oh, I like shiny.
I think we all do. So, what does everybody say? We go to Goodmeade and we become investors in
Yes.
this thing.
I'm in.
Well,
guild
it all depends on the free time we have. Maybe there's something more urgent and socially
What are we
needed,
doing?
morally needed.
Well, a place was just set on fire, and we kind of tried to help, but I don't know. There's a lot of places we're needed.
Yes, and Goodmeade could be one of them. All I'm saying is the entire time I've been in the Dale Land, the entire time, I've heard nothing but, hey, this place closed down. Everybody wants this thing. It's so coveted. It's so rare.
We have been shadowed.
I
by
think
this.
we should go. It's been, yes, it's like we've been being pulled towards it. And plus, it's only like a day away.
Can
Okay.
you remember what are the problems there?
We don't know. Nobody knows.
Oh, that's why. Well, it's worth checking out for sure. I think alcohol is important to any regroupment of towns.
It's important to this.
I
group.
do agree. And plus, it sounds like the people around here really fucking like this stuff. So we take a bunch of it as a reward. We don't even accept gold from them. We say, hey, we want to cut from here on out, and we'll just take also a bunch of gold and get the word out and tell people, hey, Goodmeade back open. you can get it now, and we will sell it like crazy, and we'll make a hell of a lot of money, and then they will make a hell of a lot of money for us. My
And
dad
for the
owned a big
for
business,
the
you know.
quantities that you mean to bring back, we will have to see once we get there. You know, we cannot guess ahead of time. Maybe everything is built and destroyed.
If that's
You know
the
what I
case,
mean?
we commission some more, and then we say, "Hey, when it's done, give us this much."
But
I say we
agree
go
with
after
you.
we finish breakfast.
How far is it?
Oh, so you guys know that
Let's look at the map.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
pull out the map.
Yeah, Goodmeade is very close by. As a matter of fact, aside from Brinshander, it is the closest village. And you guys can get there
Okay.
very quickly. Let me see here.
I mean, we might as well if we're just, here.
Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, there is a very important decision to be made here. You guys are, as a matter of fact, 8 miles away from Goodmeade. It will take you approximately 9 hours to chart that pass. However, if you guys go by the way of the intersection, it will take even longer. It will take you approximately 10 hours. Now, you will save an hour by going through uncharted lands, but they might be more dangerous.
I say we stick to the road.
Yeah, I reckon we
Might
lose
as well.
that hour getting
There's no
attacked by
reason.
like. Yeah, we get attacked by like
Yeah.
a fucking snow badger the size of 3 buildings.
Did you read my
Yeah, and I'm really
notes?
not in the mood today for playing really intense music. You guys know me.
For an hour, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I say we take the road the entire time. We're comfortable. We have a mammoth. We have a yeti. We have good music. I say we're good.
At about that time, you guys know it's time to leave. And as you depart, you have decided to go by the way of the East Way, the eastern path of the Dale lands that lead to Goodmeade and Dukin's Hole. As you guys approach the intersection with your wagon in tow, you have a leisurely, very nice journey, and as the dim light fades, you guys have made it to the intersection. Glenn, you and those of the party can read the Dwarvish Waystone, the massive piece of rock with runic symbols carved into it that points north, south, east, and west.
Mm-hmm.
However, as you get there, Glenn, and are taking all this in, you also see there are some other people joining you. At this particular crossroads, they wear hides. Some have very dark skin, others light, but they are all humans. One of them separates from the group of 6. He carries a very long spear and has a red Ferris beard that ends at about his chest. As he walks up to you. Hello, Dale dwellers. I am not from these parts and was wondering if you could provide me with some directions.
Oh, yes, I have a map right here. And I pull out my map and I look at Alistair like a, you got me, right? Without making sure that he does. And then I walk to him and I pull out my map and I say, we are here at this intersection. Where are you looking to go?
Well, you see, I am revered amongst my people, but not for my ability to look at these maps. Maybe you could tell me how to get to Brinshander.
Oh, that is easy. Which way is he coming from?
Well, before we, just what business do you have in Brinshander?
As a matter of fact, I believe that the city might be in harm's way. Me and my people have come to strike an alliance with the one they call Sheriff.
Oh!
What business do you have with Sheriff?
Well, you see, me and my people hail from the Ragged tribes. At about that moment, he looks up. I think one of your company knows what I am talking about. For you see, we hail from the tribe of the Elk. We are currently at war, and we are looking for allies. The people of Brinshander are a good people, no?
They are very good people. When you meet Sheriff Southwell, you make sure to tell him that Larry Hopple and Rez and there's a whole lot of them give you their blessing. You know, you guys seem like good people, and if Sheriff Southwell will help you. Tell them Rez sent you.
I will indeed. Rez, thank you for the information. If we continue west, we will get there.
Yes, westward down that road, indeed.
All right. As he leaves, he communes with his people in a language you guys don't understand, but in Druidic.
What is it?
In Druidic, Erland, you hear them speaking. Keep your watch. I do not trust this sea elf. And the rest of them make their leave. As they do so, you guys are standing alone. You can go north, south, east, or west. What are you doing?
South, baby, we going to Goodmeade.
Alright. As you guys pick up your luggage in tow and make it to Goodmeade, you almost make it all the way there. As you guys see, trees begin sprouting in front of you. You haven't seen such dense foliage since your first trek into Icewind Dale. As you guys cross by this dense patch of forest, you can see down below the timberwood from up high on a bluff which overlooks the forest. As you guys are going up that bluff on the road, you see something glowing. On the side of the road, as you guys get near, the mammoth stops. And those of you in the front of the wagon can see over the top of the mammoth, there appears to be a glowing set of antlers caught on the edge of this bluff.
You said it looks hot?
As you guys
Erland
watch
is
this
going to
elk.
cast Speak with Animals and ask what's going on.
I'm hurt. I'm caught over. I need help.
Like, what?
I'm hurt. I'm
You blew out
stuck
the
and I
mic.
can't move.
Larry would like to start just like taking her feet and pushing herself up against the bluff and like trying to pry him off.
Was that just me, or could anybody else understand him?
It was a little garbled on my end as well.
It was garbled, but I kind of understood. He was just saying that it was stuck and needed help.
Yeah, but did it know why it was stuck? I didn't.
It didn't say that yet.
You could ask it.
We just need to get him unstuck first.
What, like, you said the antlers, so.
That's right. Yeah, you can ask him why he's stuck if you'd like.
Yeah, why are you stuck?
I was running from hunters, and I got caught on the hill.
I start using Mage Hand to help Larry in the background
Do
of
I
this
need to like
conversation.
roll a strength check or something?
Wait,
Sure, yeah. Who
is
else
this-
would like to help?
Wait, is this my man?
Reds with Mage Hand.
No, it's an elk caught in the bluff.
Oh, an elk.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, the antlers, right?
With glowing antlers.
Yeah,
That's
I was
right.
gonna ask Erlon, do you know anything about an elk with glowing antlers? Is this a local legend or?
Yeah, this seems like a kind of holy or some shit.
Erland is going. What would I cast for that? Like,
To
to
free
see how
him?
much I know about him.
I will say this, Erland.
To see how much I know about him.
You know quite a bit about these animals without needing to make a check. As a matter of fact, each pack of Icewind reindeer and elk are led by a pack leader. Those pack leaders often have magical antlers.
From the back, I'm gonna slide to Alistar and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Alistar, what do you think if we were to eat a big ass steak of this creature? Our shit will glow in the dark."
Erland is going to cast. Well, never mind.
That's an interesting
Fireball
thought.
centered on Aralas.
As Larry
Um,
tries and tries with her feeble kobold frame, she cannot push this elk free. But as she tries to, her talon-like feet sinking into its flesh.
Oh,
Okay,
Larry,
good.
stop. Okay, and I go and I also get on the other side and start pulling and try getting
Well,
the antlers out with helping
You
it.
can't quite get on the other side because the other side is a very sloping bluff.
Who?
Oh,
who-
shit. Okay, well, I'll just help Larry.
All
So,
right, go ahead and roll
I'm
an
guessing a
athletics check.
strength. Okay, athletics.
Is
Is that a part? Is that a
that's,
part of strength?
That's to res if he would like to
No,
help.
no,
However,
I
Erland,
know.
what do you want to do?
I know. I'm curious. Is that a part of strength?
Yeah.
Okay, so Erlon is going to cast Enhance Ability on Rez for his strength.
Nice. All right.
Oh,
I
okay.
loosened it for you.
I was
Okay.
gonna say maybe chain it with the mammoth and maybe your metal beast, Edwin. That would be the best way. But yeah,
late
Rez
now.
is very strong.
Rez, since you gain advantage, go ahead and roll another time. All right.
He's so strong you cannot tell his forearm for him bite.
Even
or
with
from his bicep.
enchanted strength,
Oh, this will not budge.
Is Erlon small enough to climb in the crack behind this elk?
you couldn't quite get on the other side, but what you could do is like get right beside it and then just try to shove it, try to free it from the bluff.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hop off the mammoth and try and do that.
Okay.
Me and the 4 kobolds are also gonna come help try and free it.
All right. Well, go ahead and add an athletics check. I'll give you advantage, Alistair, and Erlon, you do the same.
God damn it.
Mighty rolls. With all of your might, none of you can seem to budge this elk as it screams.
Well, it looks like it's
what
going
if
to
we
be
dig
dead.
him out instead? What if we just dig away the dirt or whatever? Because he's stuck in like the side of a cliff. Is that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, if we just dig it away, and then I take out my toothbrush, and I just.
Okay, yeah, we could do that. Or, this thing is more trouble than it's worth, and we butcher this thing right now, and we just eat some really good venison.
No.
No. Larry, as you use your tool for
Erlon,
the trade,
please.
Larry, as you use your tool for the trade, you can easily craft a spade. And as you form a spade magically over the next 10 minutes, you begin efficiently digging a small moat out beside the elk. Inevitably, the elk is freed. As its hooves frantically hit the ground, it pushes itself up away from the bluff and it runs out in front of you guys. As it runs out in the distance, it turns around. As it makes eye contact with you, its broad, elkish horns, its antlers, one might say, glow again.
Erlond is going to begin talking and trying to calm and coerce this elk down into it's okay. We not hunters. We're on our way to Goodmeade. We're just here to help. You looked like you were in trouble.
Thank you. And the elk leaves. As the elk runs away into the darkness, you guys feel the sensation of having helped another one of nature's creations begin getting back in your wagon. And as you do, you guys see that there is a very small creature sitting in the wagon where you once were. It looks like a gnome, but much smaller, maybe 2 feet in height. It has a hood. Underneath, you guys can see 2 bright cyan lights. Think of a Jawa, but one who lives in the snow. As you guys see this in the back of the wagon, it just looks back out at you. What would you like to do?
In Gnomish, I say, hello?
Get out of the cot, Stumpy.
The creature looks up. Oh, I can speak this language too. Huh. Funny. I didn't know. As it kind of looks around, it stands up. What do you call this language we are speaking? Larry, you know he's speaking Gnomish.
Well, it's Gnomish.
Oh yes, the gnomes. I have not seen one in a long time. Tell me, why have you freed that creature?
Well, it seemed stuck and it was asking for help.
And that is all that is required for you to offer assistance?
Well, it seemed like a creature of the earth, of nature. So yes.
The small creature with a black body and a white hood stretches the fingers through its face. Only way you can gather is stroking its chin. Well, as you have helped it, I shall help you. At about that time, you guys watch as this small creature shrinks in size. It's now about 6 inches tall. As it raises its hands, jingle bells and the sounds of Yuletime instruments fuel your ears.
Oh, lovely.
Ching, ching, ching.
Larry, you are granted a D12 inspiration from this creature.
Why, thank you, little one. What should I call you?
Me and my people are spirits of nature. We can't go out anymore because of the Frost Maiden. But when we can, we help, and you can call me Chingwa.
All right. It's nice to meet you, Chingwa.
Bye.
Goodbye.
A jingle bell rings, a puff of blue dust, and the small creature disappears.
From my understanding, he was
like it.
stuck below the moose. Below the elk. He was stuck in there. That's why we saw him afterwards. It makes a lot of sense now.
Those of you who wish to...
Hey, Larry, what did he say to you?
Oh, he just played me a good song. He was a friend of the elk we saved.
I think he gave her a D12 inspiration.
That's more than I can do.
Oh, you know.
Oh, quit metagaming. Come on now.
What's a D12?
At about that time, you guys
I thought my
summoned
dice said.
the demon of metagaming. As he brings about his hands,
The demon of
18 fireballs
No.
extend
No, no.
Everyone
Garrett,
roll me
no.
a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Ah, fuck you.
No, but
Who's
realistically,
kidding?
you guys near into Goodmeade. As, god damn it, Rez rolled a natural 20. As Rez is the lone survivor. No, don't roll dex. After another hour, you guys travel forth. As you guys get to the perimeter of Goodmeade, it is absolutely, positively black. As you guys march forward, well, without the dim light, the dim light is still there. You guys feel extremely cold. Colder than normal. It's almost like today especially, it's just really getting to you. Everybody, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Could I use Create Bonfire to give me advantage, and maybe to the group partly, or?
Would you like to put the bonfire in the wagon? Please say yes.
That... No. I'm thinking about maybe a way. Okay, if we are to do this again, my friends, I think the artificer should build us a pit of bonfire making.
Alright. For now, Glenn, you are the only one aside from Gasper who has failed. However, Glenn, you are resistant to cold damage. You are fine. However, Rory, as you guys gather back in the wagon, you see her chattering, her teeth shaking. She already doesn't have very warm clothing on.
She's
Rory,
resistant to cold.
I don't think she is.
Goliath,
I am.
yeah.
Are you resistant to cold?
Yeah.
Alright, then you are all miraculously fine. Even this bitter cold will not fear you or tether your time in any way. You guys inevitably go into Goodmeade. And as
My
you do
pan
so,
flute music is spooky now.
with that ominous pan flute autois, we will have our bathroom. Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a very, sweaty and a wet session here, but we're going to get through it. So,
I don't want to fight a ghost. I don't want to.
as you guys
Hush up, Rez.
draw near to the village of Goodmeade, it is without any fortifications. You can't see any guards. It seems that aside from this tree line, the only thing that even indicates the city has begun are the houses scattered throughout. As you guys approach, you can see, hanging from the flagpole of a nearby village townhouse, is a massive brown banner, sporting on it the Goodmeade insignia. A very foaming mug of ale, not too dissimilar from the insignia on the brass bars that you guys rescued in Session 3. However, as you guys draw now into the village proper, a few things catch your eye. First of all, you guys can all see a very tall steeple, certainly a monastery or other similarly religious building. This is the Shrine of the Flaming Sword. The mead hall is located nearby, and very high on the hill, you guys see a very long row of townhouses. In front of each, a red or blue banner is tied to the flagpole. You're not sure what these banners indicate, but it seems as though every villager wants to sport their support for one or the other side. As you guys notably draw near to the mead hall, the first thing you hear is the chanting and raving from a certain individual. Repent!
What do we see?
Repent! Good Dale dwellers, your call is heaven sent, for you see the speaker's death is a sign that you should repent. You there! At about that time, this aged half-elf, must be 200 years old, points out at you lot. Why, you lot! Have you come to seek enlightenment?
Of
I
course
would
we
love
are.
some.
I'll pass.
I have a few questions though. What happened around here? Where is everybody?
See him down.
Is he okay?
He's dying.
Maybe his fan
He
caught
could-
fire.
He couldn't listen to us anymore. He had to take the headphones off while I was talking on the phone.
He is so done with us.
I think he's
Oh,
having
it's the
technical
maintenance
difficulties
guy.
as well.
Okay.
We should all like be really silent, and then as soon as he puts the headphones on, like just wait a second, and then start talking.
No, we need
all at
we need a really weird non sequitur.
We
A
need
non
to
sequitur.
What's a good one? What's a good one? If you guys remember, I don't know if you guys ever watched the basically the annotated version of High School Musical, but I did whenever I was a wee boy, and the time whenever our boy
that's
Zach
what I
was
shit my
born-
pants.
And so then I went and did this.
I'm so sorry about that, guys. That will never happen again.
I'm not trusting you.
Oh, whoa, my goodness.
Okay.
Yes! By Jove, ask away, son of the winter winds.
What happened around here? Where is everybody? We don't see anybody, right?
It is rather late. I am usually the only one speaking the great word of the Morden Summon. However, instead of telling you what has transpired in these fair parts, why don't I show you instead?
Oh, I would be very grateful.
Come this way, right this way. As you guys enter this very large cathedral, or should I say very high. It is a steeple which raises 100 feet into the air, and inside you guys are greeted with a huge vaulted ceiling, marble floors, and a stone tablet right in the center of the room laid on its back, beflixed by two wooden doors on the west end of the cathedral. You guys see on that stone tablet in the center rests the body of a dead dwarf. A massive man, a little bit taller than Glenn. He has a big sooty black beard which is clogged with blood. Shaved head with two green eyes that are stilled in death. Here!
Emma?
Bear witness to the body of Ghoul Milkenny. This fellow was once the speaker of Goodmeade. No longer. He has perished.
What happened to him?
Well, Mac Gulkenny here suffered a fatal blow by the hand of a giant. Yes, a giant came here just the other day and destroyed him. the only one with the knowledge of the mead recipe.
A giant, you say?
Indeed. It has thrown our fair city into quite the turmoil. Right now, the pretenders of the Kalishtan arms are vying for the speakership. However, I am the most qualified candidate. I, Dolnar Zeal, will lead this city into an age of prosperity. If you
And
vote
is
for
that self-proclaimed? Or, do you have anyone that can vouch for that?
I know, my fair girl. Just go and look at all the villages with their red ribbons. These are the townsfolk that support me.
If I can, I have a few questions, and I'd like to ask them in kind of rapid fire succession.
Of course.
First off, this is the only person who had the mead recipe that you know of, correct?
We all know of the meat recipe. Certainly you have heard of Honeydew.
Oh. Yeah, of course. I've
I-
been hearing a lot about it recently.
Yes.
I
Well,
flashed the ribbon.
oh my, you are a lucky one. Be careful who you show that to, my son.
Yes, but who should I show it to?
Well, this fellow would be the recipient, but as he is perished, I would recommend that you go to the mead hall and see if anyone is a fair recipient.
Second question, you said that those with red ribbons or banners support you. Do you have an opposition? And if so, who is it?
Yes, the pretenders of the Kalishtan arms. I dare not even speak their name. They wish to use the plight of Goodmeade for their own financial benefit. They, led by their cruel benefactor Latif, are here to steal the speakership from me and my ilk.
Third
What do you plan to
question.
use it for?
That's
Why?
the third question.
I plan to use this speakership to levy a group of able-bodied troops who will march into that forest and return to me the giant's head.
What if we killed this giant for you?
Hmm.
And then we say, hey, we killed the giant. We think you should vote for this guy.
Actually, if I could just real quick, if we could take like a quick side huddle with our party, I have an
Oh, for sure,
interesting
for sure.
concept.
Take your time. And about that fact, Dolnar Zeal, this high priestess with a very narrow braided white beard and hair shaven on both sides and the center to give him kind of a monastic do, he goes over the body and begins casting a spell. As he does so, those of you who wish to know what the spell is, go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Ah, damn it, I want to know.
Right.
But go ahead with your private conversation.
I can't fucking roll today. Pulled off to the side, getting everyone in like a proper huddle. Once everyone's in on it, including the kobolds who are accompanying us. Okay, I'm just gonna spit this out, and if anyone has any questions or complaints, feel free to throw it out there. Rez, I think you should run for speakership.
What, are you serious?
I think it would be wicked beneficial for us if we can own a town.
You know
We
what?
will lose him as a friend on the traveling we do. He
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
No,
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 no.
I'm already a hat monkey.
Okay, and I pull everyone in even closer, except the kobolds, but with Larry. I pull everyone in closer and I say, you know, and for the sake of this, I'm saying I'm whispering, but I'm not going to whisper. You know that if we wanted to, I could run as somebody else.
What do you mean by that, Rez?
I think you know what I mean by that, Larry.
He can change his form. We've been there. We've done
Yeah,
this.
he could put on like glasses.
I'm gonna pull out my mask that I made.
Be a little quieter about
of
it.
his skin.
You're gonna do what with the mask?
I'm just pulling it out and holding up. We could have 3 opponents if we wanted. Make it a whole fiasco.
Mine's a little better than yours.
Could wear
Oh
a
yeah,
fake
you do
mustache.
makeup really well, Rez, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Erlon's gonna blink with his black eyes popping up with stars in them and say, "How about 4?"
No, okay,
I'm
let's
gonna
stick with
draw a
Glenn's
mustache
plan.
on my finger and put it up to my
I thought we were
face.
just
Glenn,
doing.
it
I thought
doesn't work if you
everybody-
already have a beard.
Maybe
You are very
5.
charming to us, Elrond, but you know, I don't think the people are gonna be. You're great with animals, and I like you. So, Rez, what is your plan?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask Glenn.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. I have not much of a plan, but there's a lot of political strife in this town, and it's a town that seems to make money. And I don't know
That's what I'm thinking.
exactly what
Hey.
our goals are.
Here's what
But
I say. Nobody knows us in this town. We go out, we slay the giant, we bring back its head. I come in, just
that's your platform. You're the hero. You come in
yes.
with its head.
I disguise myself. Oh, actually, and I turn to my brother
Oh
and
yeah.
I say,
Oh, brother's here.
you know what, Onholt? I think we may have found a place for you to wait until we can get a boat and get us home.
You know what? I think that is a very good idea.
It's so good. It's such a good plan.
Maybe
Hard cut. That's hard cut to the end of the plan. Hard cut to it working.
Maybe we could even change the name of the meadery.
Oh, well, there's because there's an established customer base with the current name. You may not want to do that.
Oh no, we will still sell the Honeydew, but maybe we could say it is a new management. I will leave the logistics up to you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not.
So
much for business acumen.
let's go slay the beast, and when we come back on, we'll workshop a personality. You know, and then
Erlon
we'll
will
come in.
slay that beast.
can we?
Wait, but shouldn't we try to know the other candidate too, to kind of game the system?
Absolutely. We need a third stance.
Hey, Mr. Priesty guy, where is the other dude? At about that time, you guys will watch as Dolnar Zeal stops casting a spell, and the elegant, elderly half-elf brings his
Hey,
hands
I
to
rolled a
the
nat
close.
20 on that Arcana
I'm
check.
getting to
so-
it! I'm getting to it! Fuck. So, as he holds his hands together, you guys, those being Erlond, Rez, and Aralas, know that he is casting Locate Object. And Rez, you know that the object he is locating is the yellow ribbon.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I casually walk over to Alistair, and I try to sleight of hand him. Yeah, I sleight of hand him the gold ribbon and say, "Put this in the bag of holding. I don't think it will be able to be found in there."
Now then, to answer your question, my half-elven friend, Latif, the Pretender, can be located at the Speaker's Hall. However, on this particular night, he has taken his son to the meadery. He is located there now.
I say we go to the meadery, we check out the competition. what's up.
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
If I may ask, my friend,
Damn it.
what interests you in becoming the speaker of this fine town? What are your aspirations?
There is a passage I read from the Morden Summon from time to time. You see, this shrine, that of the Flaming Sword, is in dedication to Hela Brightaxe, the daughter of Moradin. In the Morden Summon it reads, "For whom shall I send into the darkness of despair? And lo, I said to the All-Father, send me in your stead." I hope that suffices as an explanation. Glenn, you know he's telling the truth about the location of Latif.
Great.
Any more
Is
I
questions?
say
Uh,
we go.
Was Latif the Hassle Dragonborn that we stole stuff from, or am I mixing them up?
Latif is the guy from Sefik Caltro's camp, the representative of the Twisted Hand Merchant Trading Company, who is also working with the Zintari. You all decided to spare his life after he shared
Okay.
some information with you.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you.
Way back then.
Session 2.
So let's go talk to him, give him a fond hello, and then we will spend the night, and first thing in the morning, go out and slay a giant, huh?
It's. I do have a question. It is 2 days until the next full moon.
That is true. Well, technically 3 days, because it is still very late in the night. Oh no! You guys slept in Easthaven, so yes, it is 2 days.
Okay. Just making sure.
Alistair's going to chime in. You know, we could always lie.
Lie.
About what?
I'm going to bring everyone into another huddle and in a whisper. You know, I do have a giant's head in my bag.
Oh my god, we've already fucking.
That
gone.
is genius. Okay, we all need to find an inn, get a room, and me and On will plan out everything, okay?
Yeah. Well, hold
but-
on. We.
It doesn't assure that we have this position for an extended period of time, because if it were
No,
to come
but it will
back,
boost our platform.
but if it were to come back, then they would realize we are liars, and we would lose all of our credibility.
It is
Correct.
about-
It will just be another giant.
That's the re-election. We've already killed one giant. Another giant comes back. Keep us in power, and we'll slay another.
I
Okay.
will
think.
say-
What if the one they need to kill is a very bright redhead, crazy giant, and it doesn't look at all like your head?
Well,
we
oh,
will
that's a good
maybe-
point because
what I
No,
have
they
is a skull.
It doesn't have to
and
be, because they know we can kill one.
there
And if it
are
were to come
different
back,
brands
then
of
we're here.
giant. There are different genres of giant.
I have a skull. We could scorch it up a bit and just say we melted the flesh right off his face.
My
Um,
worry is we put somebody in power. Let's say it's a friend. We go to another city, and the giant comes walking around, kills somebody, and then they decide to revenge themselves on killing
right.
Arnold.
That is a good point. It did specifically kill the speaker of this town. Who's to say that?
Okay,
the
you know
giant-
what? Yeah, maybe it is better for us to actually go and kill the giant.
I think maybe it is better. I will say just real quick, I want to get out. Okay, so in terms of political stance, religious zealot is already taken. That one's already taken in this town. We do need to
We
still
need
meet
a
the second
hero.
person. We got to figure out what the second person stance is. Who's to say that they're not here going like, I'm gonna hunt down the giant.
Yes,
I'm a
okay,
big,
let's
strong
go
hero.
look for him. Let's
Weed
go
on
find
leash.
him.
At
Who's the leader?
before we move on, if we are going to kill the other giant, can I keep the head when we're done?
Of course, you can keep the head.
We just
Alright,
need it long enough to show people.
I'm all on board.
You are so weird, my friend.
Alistair, what are you
Getting-
going to use all these pots for?
Well, I'm gonna hold up my new prosthetic arm. I've already used some for my arm.
I think he's starting like a macabre museum.
Yes, that thing is fucking metal as hell, dude.
Don't worry about it.
Aye, it's very nice, isn't it?
I think flesh golem are a bit disgusting. Just so you know.
My shoes are made of orphan
He's got
eyes.
such a recognizable voice, you know what I mean? Hey, sorry.
What the hell, Glenn?
That's not real. He's got a bone arm, and I wanted to participate on the being on it too.
That was so fucked up. Orphan's eyes?
I don't
What
know.
the hell?
Arm.
I ate 2 men.
Alright.
Yes, and I'm an orphan.
As you guys are sitting
Oh, no
there
way.
arguing with one another, Arnholt inevitably shakes his head and exits through the shrine entrance, the 2 stone doors which lead to the city center. As he does so, you guys can see that light has ignited inside the mead hall where it wasn't before, as it spills through these very thin glass and skin sheet windows in front of you. You guys watch the door swing open. A very rugged-looking Middle Eastern man stretches his arms and goes to pluck some pipe weed from his pouch. He looks very similar. Goatee with a Beflex mustache, white turban, warm winter clothing, except now you guys see flakes of white in his goatee. As he brings his pipe up, oh no, not you guys again.
Oh, hello.
Hi there. My name is, well, you all remember, don't you?
Yes,
Actually,
Aralasi, would you like to
based
tell
on
him his
that.
name?
Right.
Aurelius,
I,
would you like to tell him his
I thought that our score was settled. Is there something else that you need?
Yeah, what's your, like... Are you running for office?
Yeah, that is true. I am a representative of this interim, first and foremost.
What's your in? What's your stance? Like,
Yeah,
where
what's your
are you?
platform?
Yeah,
Why should they vote for you?
yeah, tell us, because we're here now and we're here to vote.
I do not think you guys are even eligible to vote, though.
But he just
I don't
got
think
made-
it's matter.
eligible.
You're right. Not a lot matters. Listen, I am here with my son right now. He wanted to visit the mead hall with the honey badger or whatever. So let me just do this and then I will get back to you, okay?
Just real quick though, if you could, just like, what's your gimmick?
One
Are you
sentence. Go.
pro
Folks have been
war?
asking us who we think should be in charge, and
Yeah, we just
we
got
don't-
this real.
They
we don't
really
know
care
all
what
the
we have to say,
secrets.
and it could help you, you know.
Let us be fair and forefront. That Zealot hasn't a chance in all the hells of all the realms in beating me and the Zentarim. We are more luxurious, we have funding, and plus the townsfolk want some honey. As a matter of fact, those giants scurried away with quite a bit of it.
Oh, so there's more than one? I thought there was just the one that killed a man.
Oh, we could take care of some for you, for a price.
Listen,
Well,
me and the other recipients of the golden ribbons are here to receive our reward. So if I can just go deal with that, maybe we can speak about
Oh,
this later.
recipients of the golden ribbon, you say?
Right.
Where do we go to turn those in? And I put my hand out to Alistair for the ribbon.
I'm gonna pull out just a bit of it so it's visible from the bag, and then put it back in for safekeeping.
He sighs, he takes the pipe weed out of his pouch and puts it, or out of his pipe and back into the pouch. Right this way. As he opens the door, before you guys is a very warm, inviting meadery. Shaped like a T, a long hall in front of you exists with a very circular bar area. There's no employees, but you guys can see in the back of the meadery, there is a massive stage facing to the west. And to the east, where the stage lies, there's a huge purple curtain embroidered with small hints of gold in various accentuating areas. And in front of it is an eager audience. 2 half-ogres, very large, abdominal people who could be mistaken for large humans, a half-orc woman, and a young Kalishtan boy who looks back. Oh, Habibi! You're here! Come! They are about to do the unveiling. At about the time. Do you mind?
Oh no, go off. We will mingle, as they say.
Go off.
As he walks down, he sits next to the young Kalishtan boy, ruffles his hair and fixes his kufi cap. Seems to be his son. As he looks on, you guys watch as the curtain is flung back. Stepping onto the stage, you guys see a very greenish-skinned gnome. Top hat, bright purple. Brilliant beige overcoat which flows almost to the floor and stops at his ankles, where you guys see very bright, polished, bourbon red boots. As he stands there, he seems to be awaiting for the crowd's attention. Would you like to approach the stage?
Yeah, can we take our seats?
Of course. There are
Are there-
various lovely wooden seats with velvet cushions, much more nice than those in the theater. As you guys find your spots, the gnome looks out. All right. I fixed your thing. I'm not really sure if it's working. I definitely miss a pint or two, but a deal's a deal. And about that time, Latif takes out another velvet coin purse and throws it to him. It scatters on the feet. The gnome inspects it. All right, thanks. Puts the coin in his pocket and walks off the stage. As you guys sit there in bewilderment for a moment, you guys see steam beginning to accumulate behind the curtain. As it opens, a very small fold flaps open, and a honey badger approaches the stage. half-orc girl can't contain her excitement. She stands up. Look! It's Ralof! Aye, aye. Simmer down. The steel defender, the small honey badger, begins to speak. If you're all hearing this, well, it means I've perished. Succumbed to me wounds and the old zealot couldn't heal me. However, you're not here to hear about an old man whine about his troubles. You're here for your prize, aren't you? Yeah, woo! The young Calician boy cheers
Yes.
and tugs at his father.
Of course.
Right. Well, I regret to inform you that unless the honey is returned to the establishment, I won't be able to dispense the recipes. The ones that you won. You see, before I met me untimely fate, I happened to brew a new beverage. I call it Goodmeade.
Woo!
At about the point
Yay!
you guys watch as the steel defender gets on its hind legs, and out of the abdomen of the honey badger, a small door opens, and a scroll is sitting in its belly.
Can I take the scroll?
Not if I get to it first.
I'll rock, paper, scissors, you for who gets it first.
Live action rock paper scissors, the best D&D campaign on YouTube. Look at that. And Larry wins. With that, everyone looks on. Aww. The boy's like, Father, give me that. At about point, oh no, son, a deal is a deal. Let's see what she can do with it.
And I open the scroll and I take a gander.
As you walk up to grab the scroll, the door comes to a violent crash. As it does, like I said, I can't be dispensing a recipe until someone brings back the honey. The honey badger then returns and scrolls down the curtain. The half-orc girl throws her hat into the ground and storms off to the door. The half-ogres lazily stand up and begin to leave. However, the young Calician boy is absolutely beside himself. I hate this place! We should have never left the deserts of Mulholland! As he goes to leave, Latif ushers a big sigh. You know,
Maybe you should go home, Latif.
if being a speaker is anywhere as difficult as raising a boy, I will not have much of a home to go to. Listen, I know we have not always been on the same side of the coin, but if you guys return the honey, make my boy happy, I will make it worth your while.
Oh, that sounds amazing. We will do that.
Yeah, you've got a deal.
The,
Do you know where we can find the giant and the honey?
they left into the forest. I was but a peasant working the trade caravan when it happened. Makugul Kinney, the speaker, he had 7, 8 barrels of this stuff when they left. You can look at what's left of his workshop for clues, but I think the forest is the best one I can give you.
Okay, so
Between-
guys, let's go take a look at his workshop,
Yeah,
and then we will go chase them.
between myself, Alistair, and Erland, I think we've got a pretty good chance of tracking these fellas down.
Well, you didn't have a hard time tracking down that Caltro fellow, did you?
No, we're very good at what we do. People
Oh,
seem
you-
to forget
yeah.
that.
That's how we met you. I almost forgot.
Right, I had to find some new colleagues after that. Anyways, I think I've overstayed my welcome. And Latif.
I mean, to
gathers.
ask you, my friend, before you go, what's the general situation of Dugan's Hole, not too far from here?
Dugan's Hole, I have run a few caravans on them. There's a smaller congregation of elves. They are kind of running the place like the own personal guard of the speaker. However, if you're not looking for elves, I don't know why else you'd go there.
So it's all stable and secure somehow.
Well, I wouldn't put it that way. a lot of the people have come down with some kind of illness. They grow extra limbs. I saw a child dragging himself through the snow. He had no legs.
So more limbs or less limbs?
It's very strange.
So an average amount of limbs.
As a matter of fact, I found this elaborate specimen at about the time he pulls up a small carcass. You can see it's a fish, a dead fish, and in the fish's head, you can see 3 eye orbitals, whereas most trout only have 2.
Do you have ones that only has one eye hole?
No, that would be quite the specimen, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I was just wondering because, you know, like, average amount of appendages.
Right. Anyways, be pleased, and he takes his leave.
Yes, be pleased. Can we just get like another real
Be
quick
thankful.
group huddle? Because I know exactly our new in for political
Group huddle.
Shh. Okay, so group huddle. We're all in on a group huddle now. I imagine. Okay, so what do we have here running in this joint? We've got a religious zealot and a luxurious outsider. You know what we need, everybody? We need an everyman. We need a peasant. We need a man of the people.
A man is the people who killed the giant. Arnold, are you
killed the
getting all
giant?
this down?
Arnold.
I
Walk-ins.
one of them. One of them.
We abduct one of the ones off the street.
No,
I
what?
am up. And then Arnold impersonates him.
I don't know about that. Maybe he just looks poor. And he's like, hey, I found
That's
the
fine.
I can
giant.
just
I fucking
cower
killed.
and
I chopped
beg
his damn head
everyone
off.
to vote for us.
Larry, are you suggesting that we run the election with no tomfoolery and just kind of tell people to vote for us in like an upstanding manner?
Well, at least my portion of it, yeah.
I don't think anyone's ever won an election in such a fashion.
No, we
have
need to do
agree.
something big for the people.
We need to lie to them.
If there's one thing I learned from
We
the
just need to
noble
actually
arts,
kill the giant.
it is to cheat.
Glad you learned
Well,
something from this.
I
This
tried.
friend Latif doesn't mean to be too bad of a person, you know. I think he could make good on his arrangement should things not go the way we plan.
He might be.
But I
right.
want to be fair. My brother here, who is no longer much of a kid, was raised to be in a position of political power.
Well, it's a brewery, you know. It's not the city of the elves, but if that's your aspiration, we can work towards that.
He's built for this. I'm a man of the ocean and apparently a man of policy. This is a new thing for me that I've decided is as a central point of my character.
And then once
and
we get
I
enough
want
money
Arnold to
to,
be champion or
What-
president. What is he gonna be? I
Speaker,
don't remember.
speaker.
I think the
Once-
correct
once-
term is
once we get enough money to afford a boat and a crew, and make our way back to my home and his home, he will resign as speaker.
Why don't we talk to the townspeople and ask them what they would find to be the best quality
Oh, we have to do polling.
of a speaker?
Oh, we have to
That is a good
canvass.
start, right?
Who wants
Better
to
than my
canvass?
PR, but I still think it's pretty good, right?
Well, first comes
Hey,
the
Garrett, are
canvas
you
and-
excited that we got a roleplay polling?
Hey, I've been trying to do it for years. Well, first you guys got a poll, and then after that are the primaries, and then after the primary we can get to the actual election. No, but in
I say
all
we kill a
honesty-
giant and run.
In all honesty, it is currently midnight. There's not a lot of foot traffic out about at this hour.
Perfect. There's no one in our way. We can go door to door, and they'll be happy to see us.
I think people are more like morning people.
I say if we go to an inn, we stay the night, and
Another night.
what do you mean, Larry? I say we stay the night, and then first thing in the morning, after another good breakfast, we go off and check out the former speaker's workshop, and then we go hunt down the giants. And then we make my brothers a speaker and have passive income.
I think this is great. I think we have stumbled upon such a cool and interesting and profitable idea.
As
Indeed.
long as we are morally sound, you know, I do not want
Well,
to.
we're not doing anything bad. He's
We're
my
just
brother.
lying.
And hey, I pull everyone in closer again and start whispering. I'm going to be honest. Our last name is okay to use in like small settings, but putting someone with our last name in a position of power here might not end well. So we're going to give him a false identity to be speaker as.
I will leave it up to your discretion. Whatever identity you want me to take is up to you.
Ooh, that could be fun. Does anyone have any last name ideas?
Matthews.
What's up? No. Feels a little
Glenn,
biblical, isn't it?
as a resident of the Dale Lands, you know that there's another speaker named Matthew. He's a speaker of Tourmaline.
Speakers Matthew and Matthew.
It might be. What about like something? It's got to be something common enough to the area. Because if we want to portray them as like an everyman, we need something that's like, you know how like everybody's named Smith, you know. There's like
Could
a
go
million
with Thatcher.
Smiths.
You mean like a blacksmith and a
Yeah.
lettersmith? I see.
We need like a common.
No,
man's
no. I get that we need an everyman. But do you know what people want to vote for?
name. What does it
Someone
tell me?
with a name that rings with power. You don't
Helena
want to
Bush.
vote for John Smith.
Pew. Barf. Allah. Pew.
Bartholomew. No, that's too close to my name. Bartholomew's.
Barf. Allah. Pew.
I think such my last name should be Goodmeade, you know, to be like, I'm from here. You all know me.
Oh, that is perfect. What do you want your first name to be, Arnold?
Rorik.
Rorik.
Rorik Goodmeade?
Yes.
I would vote for Rorik Goodmeade.
Yeah, I like
Is that a name here? Is that common, or is
I
that
don't
just
know.
you're just
Hey,
taking
his
a product
offer-
and making it his last name?
I don't know, but
Oh.
I'd let Rorik Goodmeade date my dad. So.
Our
about
friend
Goody?
Glenn.
Or
Yeah.
Our friend Glenn here is literally named after this
I
city
am named after a
that he is
town.
in.
I'm glad
Oh.
of Koenig. Yep.
I just saw
Yes, so I say we have Rorik of
I
Goodmeade.
don't know names so well,
What about
but if
Redwater?
that's the name you like, then go with it.
Redwater is a good name too. Yeah, that is good.
Aren't you
Rorik
more of
Cold
a
Snap.
person of the man, of the land?
Yes, you were
Rorik
on the water
Redwater.
for you were on the water for a time, and then you are coming back to the place you like and love. I think Goodmeade sounds that like people are gonna ask you question about their last cousin, and you will not know what to say.
Rorik
Aye,
Big
but
Money.
Redwater could be.
I love that.
I say Redwater. Yeah, that is good.
Redwater's
Rorik Redwater.
So my name is Rorik Redwater.
No, no, hey, you know as well as I do. Hey, you know as well as I do. We don't have to talk like this.
Oh yeah, I know that. It's just I'm trying to think of like what he would look like, you know.
Oh, make him look kind of like a. Oh, guys, what race should he be? That's like the funnest part about making a new persona. Wait, no, let's not talk about this right now. We need to get an inn. We need to get
What's
a
the
room.
best race? Let's talk about that.
Well, I don't know.
Just
What's
a
the
variant
best
human.
No, I'm talking-
Listen, if you're trying to be a political candidate, it is not wise to talk about race.
I think he
Okay,
should be
yes,
human.
let's-
He'd be personable. He'd seem like one of them, common.
Okay. You
You
mean
Oh
don't
like
want
this?
him to stand out.
What about that time
No,
he
no.
appears as a human with like shoulder
Okay,
length black
where
hair?
are we right now? Where are we right now? Because being a
Goodmeade?
changeling isn't like something that's like. Yeah, I know, but like, where are we? Are we just like in the middle of somewhere, or have we gotten a room?
You
Didn't
guys,
everyone already
you guys
leave,
are in
though?
the mead hall, but it's vacant.
Okay.
Everyone left
Let's,
earlier.
like-
Yeah, I kind of like this. Yeah, I'm Rorik.
Yeah, I shoot him a glance.
I'm Rorik Redwater.
Oh no, give it more of a twang. Remember those Western Isles back home? The
Yeah.
ones that would talk like this?
Yeah, everybody, I'm Rorik Redwater. Like that.
Oh,
Perfect.
no,
Okay.
make it a little more natural.
I'm doing the best I can right now.
Maybe you're like a little nervous,
Right.
just like a little bit.
Yeah.
Give that
Alright.
a shot.
I'm here.
Don't we want him to come off as a confident leader?
Well, no, I'm
Yes,
not
a
saying like he
hero
should
every
act
man.
nervous, but like he needs like that bit of like natural vibrato, you know?
I would rather just be Bartholomew at this point. I kind of like talking like this.
What if you were Smoke's big plants? Your
Turmeric
Smoke's
red
big
water.
plants.
Oh, is that this cool? And then I could be like this, and you guys watch as he turns into a furball. Yeah.
Smoke's big plants.
What do you think?
Are you kidding me? This rules, guys.
Alright.
I
Okay,
think we
brother.
were onto something, and now we've completely.
I've lost
Yes,
it. You're
we
right.
need to
I'm
go
sorry.
back to an inn and think about this. Rorik Redwater works. We need to be
No.
realistic about this. Rorik Redwater works. He's a human man. He is an everyman. Maybe he's not from those Western Isles, but maybe
Maybe just listen to the other townsfolk here and start talking like them.
How about this? At about that time, you guys see him grow just a little bit as his pectoral muscles bulge, and you guys see this very strong human male. Scruffy black hair with like just the faintest appearance of 5 o'clock shadow on the sides of his face. He seems to be young, but not too young to lead.
make him look like he's wearing like really not nice furs, but wearing like furs and leathers.
Okay. And he obliges.
I like it. I think this is good.
Rorik
Alright.
Red
Make him a
Water.
little. Make him.
He's more shiny.
Make him middle aged, very trimmed up, slightly graying hair on the sides, and a nice trimmed beard. That will make you look appealing.
Alright. I like, yeah, we got some. Alright. I'm tired as fuck.
Yes, let's go
I
find an inn
agree,
and go
let's-
to sleep.
Let's go to sleep and leave the politics for later.
After you, Rorik.
As you guys walk outside with Rorik in tow, you guys see Dolnar Zeal chanting and raving, "And the tentacled masses, bound in their subterranean caverns, lurk for us all, lest ye forget the battle of unification." And as he continues to ramble, Rorik approaches him. "Hey, is there anywhere to sleep in this town?" "You mean a tavern?" "No, there is nowhere." Well,
What do you mean there is no tavern?
that is it. The speaker used to have a tavern. However, since his recent demise, it has been foreclosed upon.
Why don't we just go sleep in the meat hollow? We
You
were just
guys
there.
foreclosed on a dead man's tavern?
It was not my say. It was those bastards at the Zintarine, and I think the Twisted Hand might have had something to do with it.
Goodness. You know who?
Hey,
would
what do
never
you
have
know
allowed
about the
this to
Twisted Hand?
happen?
Nothing! I know nothing.
Insight check.
Go ahead. Yeah, he doesn't know much about Twisted Hand. Aside from, their obvious presence in the village.
Damn. The way you said that made it sound like he knew like a lot about the Twisted Hand.
I know, what a waste of a 20.
Third of the night for Old Res. Now then, you can go and flock with your bedfellows at the Speaker's Hall, or you can sleep in my pilgrimage quarters here at the Shrine of the Flaming Sword.
I look around to the party and give a, is it worth it?
What's better for optics?
Well, let's check it out. We might learn a thing or two about the place.
I whisper
Plus-
to Glenn and I say, "Hey, maybe the people here are kind of religious, so maybe it's good to have it look like he's at least somewhat religious, you know."
Right. All right. Well, you tell him.
I tell that again to Rorik.
Well, hello there. I, being a religious man myself, would love to stay here. What religion do you belong to? Why, I am a representative of the dwarvish deity, Hail Brightaxe! Rorik just kind of points at him and he's like, good enough?
It's a good one.
So,
He
what'd you
loves
guys-
that one. He talks about it all
Same.
the time.
Well, if you are a disciple, then I see no reason why we should not live as brothers. Come!
Okay.
Is this the most practiced religion around here, sir?
Why, no. Many
Oh,
prefer to worship the Allfather.
He thinks that one's fine then. He just kind of likes it a little.
Certainly not the most popular, but it ought to be. People are too quick to rest on their laurels, forgetting where they come from.
Well, our friend here is a man of many religions.
Is that right? Whom do you worship, my son?
Me?
The dwarf?
Oh, myself. Are there any that
worship
are
yourself?
problematic in the area?
Well,
That I
of
need to be
course,
aware of?
the deities of the Durga are most inhospitable, and, less I say, evil.
Those ones are bad.
We killed some Durgars. We're okay.
We've killed quite a few Durga.
You have? Then you should be anointed with the finest oils, nourished with the finest foods, relinquish the finest beverages for your gullet. Here I
Alistair,
shall
pull
begin.
out a Durga arm or something and show him that we
Yeah.
killed a few.
Yeah, we all
Well-
did that.
You're telling me you don't have a single Durga arm
Oh.
after all the ones we've...
I got some. I got some necklaces I got from the Durga. I believe.
I prefer that.
Show
Or-
them to me and receive your bounty.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold them out. I'm just gonna show them all the little things I looted from Durga. I got a little bit of armor sets and necklaces.
You certainly have crossed their paths. At about that time, you see him focusing on another incantation. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check if you want to know what it is. If not, he casts the spell, and as he finishes, he closes his hands. Damn,
I believe I know what he's doing.
you do indeed. Everyone above a 15, who is Larry, Rez, and Alistair, you know he is creating conjure food and water. As he brings his hands back to a close. Now then, your bounty awaits you in your room.
Thank you kindly.
Of course. Now, if you don't mind. And about that point, he shuts the door behind him, and you guys can hear his muffled voice outside. As he continues his speech to seemingly no one.
Wow. Okay. What's inside the room? What does it look like?
Inside, if you guys do decide to go in, you guys walk in and you see that these two doors on the southeastern side lead to the same room. A long room with very simple cots. One for almost each of you. There are 7 in total. And in the back room, you guys see a huge tapestry. Hanging down from the ceiling, it is a torn red banner with a flaming sword.
Okay, so let's plan tonight, and we will kill a giant tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, real quick, DM. I just wanted to ask, like, I don't know if we got to see much of the general population of this area, but like, what's like, if I did, what was like the percentage of dwarves that I got to see?
You didn't get to see much of the population here. However,
Okay,
like
gotcha.
most Dale Lands areas, it's usually, and you'll be able to determine this in the morning, it is typically 50% dwarves, 5%
Okay.
elves and half-elves, 25% humans, and 20% miscellaneous races. Usually
Got it.
half-orcs.
Okay.
As you guys go to sleep, you wake in the morning to hear a scuffle in the main parlor. Movement shaking around. Sounds like someone is in need of help, or someone is in the middle of a fight.
I will take Erwin and maybe look out into the hallway,
As you
walk
guys
down a bit.
Sure. As you take Erwin, who's quite the heavy figure, stomping towards the door and then opening it, you see out into the room, Larry. Nothing. Dolnar Zeal, the zealot, has his hands spread wide over the chest of the dead dwarf speaker. As he wraps the rest of the linen around his head and places 2 opals, one on each eye, he looks up. Ah, my friends, welcome and good morrow to you.
Good morrow.
Just for clarification, did we all hear like the sounds of?
Oh
like...
yeah, that's actually what woke all of you up.
Okay, got it.
Hey, I have a question. Yesterday, last night, when we saw you, you were casting a spell over the body of the speaker. Might I ask what you were doing last night? Surely
Yes,
something to try to bring him back.
I was preserving his corpse for burial rites. You see, I disagreed with our speaker on many things, but we shared a faith for the Bright Axe.
Oh, yes, I understand.
Oh, so were you?
And you weren't
casting-
looking for anything at the time, were you?
No, the Morden Summon provides all you could ever wish for.
Except a gold ribbon, surely.
I have no idea what you speak of.
I think
So-
you do. And I give him a
Wait.
wink.
He looks up in a Ferris face. Tell me, is there anything else I can help you all with?
Well, I just wanted to.
You've been
to
very
follow-
kind to us, thank you.
If I could actually, I wanted to follow up more on this spell, the preservation, because I've been doing I've got a bit of magical capabilities myself, so I'm assuming you were casting something along the lines of like a gentle repose.
Why, yes. You are indeed savvy in your powers, acolyte.
It's a bit of a natural thing that I've accumulated for a while. Have you casted a gentle repose today?
Not today, but
Not
yesterday.
today. Do you mind if just while I'm here, you know, like I don't think I'm full up, just so you can maybe have like an extra day off. Could I cast such a spell for you?
Why, of course.
Okay, great. And I'd like to go, and I'm gonna stand over the body, and I'm gonna put my hands on it, with one specifically on its chest, and if I could make any kind of medicine check to check for any sort of I guess like just kind of like moving my hands over the body as I will go through the motions of casting a spell. Can I check for any kind of vital signs?
You can indeed. Without needing to roll me a medicine check, I will say there are no vital signs.
No vital signs.
This has
Okay,
every distinction of a dead corpse. As a matter of fact, when you're really near it, you can even start to detect that stench.
Okay, well then I will cast the gentle repose to stall.
If you can
decomp.
smell it, he hasn't been. If you
Yeah.
can smell it, he hasn't been doing it.
Oh,
That's right.
absolutely.
That's right. As
I will cast a gentle repose to stall decomp for I think it's like 10 days or something like that. I'll check and I'll tell you.
10 days sounds right.
Yeah, it's 10 days. It's 10 days. But more so, like I'll
Alright.
cast a spell just to like sell it, but I wanted to check. That was more for me to do some double checking. But
did you want to cast General Repose?
Yeah, I'll still cast it just so there's no like weird shit. If you notice, I didn't cast a spell, but yeah, I'll stall the current state of decomp for 10 days.
As you go to cast it, he looks up, and you guys hear him murmur an elvish word. Insignis! Anyways, go ahead. Those of you who speak elvish know that he just chanted counterspell.
Okay, well I don't speak Elvish, so I'm casting Gentle Repose.
As he
I
uses
think you may
his
try
reaction to.
interfere.
Thank
Seeing,
you.
understanding and seeing if he wants to counterspell, I shall counterspell his counterspell with a very big glare.
Wait. As he sees you begin to raise your finger. Is there any way I can just ask you all to leave? Please.
No.
Have we done something?
No. I wish to have my privacy.
You sound
With the
nervous.
cops.
No, I'm not nervous. What do I have to be nervous about?
Why don't you tell us? What's on your mind, friend?
Listen, there are things of this place that evade your understanding. I promise I have the city's best interest in mind.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Yes, I'm sure you do. Clearly, nothing wrong with not even trying to keep the body of him preserved in any way, is it?
Okay, one last quick question for me. Is Arnholt down here with us in his like disguised form?
Yeah, he's Rorik out in the corner.
Okay.
Tell me this. Do you think I am fit to lead this city?
No.
And what of Latif?
No.
Seems alright.
Right. So, would it not conclude that this fellow is the best individual to lead the city? After all, he did it for so many years.
So,
Okay.
What are you
I'm
implying?
casting. I prepared during our rest. I prepared Zone of Truth. It is already my last second level spell slot. I'm going to cast Zone of Truth on everybody in the 60 feet, or no, the 15-foot radius centered on like whatever will reach everybody. And they need to make a charisma saving throw against my spell save DC. I'm casting on everybody. No one's getting out of this one.
Oh no, a charisma save.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a real problem for you.
What was your DC?
Dab.
Ooh, Larry,
Oh my God.
Larry, wait. This has never happened before. This is crazy.
I think
Larry,
me and Larry are going to be telling the truth.
For a while.
And then one time,
hold on.
for my mom.
Hold on. You guys are so lucky you've got me as DM. Larry, what are the magical effects of your hat? And I will tell them to you. If you roll a 1 on a charisma saving throw, you can re-roll the die.
Oh, that's so fun. I
Now,
love that.
she rolled a 1. -2 is her charisma, so go ahead and roll again. Okay, still a fail.
Hey.
Not quite as bad.
Better.
As
than a
he looks
-1.
up, having rolled a 19, he's not affected, but he says,
Yeah, he's fine.
So, if you can keep it under your caps, I will resurrect Mac Gulkini and return to this city its fair speaker, so that he may return to the realm of litigation and I to the realm of the clergy. All will be set.
Oh, but isn't that necromancy?
Perhaps, but even Moradin has been known to rely on such abilities when the time requires.
But what if a new, even more qualified, better people who loves them candidate came along?
What do you speak of?
Rorik here has shown interest in slaying the giant.
Yes, yep.
And he intends to run for office.
Then I will have no other recourse but then to oppose him.
Why'd you?
Good luck with that.
And good luck to you.
No, you.
No, you.
No, Hugh.
Just no.
Well, I'll take all the luck if nobody wants it, you know.
Good luck,
Very
Arella.
humorous.
Extalas.
We will see who is laughing when you face that beast on your own terms. Halo bless you.
Let's go find that workshop and then find a giant.
Well, I think it is midnight. We need to be sleeping soon.
Didn't we just wake up?
Yeah, we just woke up.
Oh, that is the morning. Sorry.
Good morrow. As you guys leave,
Bad
he
morrow.
gives you a good morrow. As you say bad morrow, you watch as his face forms into a tryst. And as you guys leave, everybody roll me a perception check. Woo. Alright. Rez.
I am
Arelas.
rolling high tonight.
Yeah, you are. Rez, Relas, and Alistair. You guys watch him cast another spell. I will just tell you what this spell is. He is casting Detect Magic.
Mm.
He's gonna see the shinies.
As the door shuts between you, you guys are out in the cold. You see a number of people gathered now outside of the mead hall in a single file line. As they lurch forward more and more, would you guys like to go to the speaker's hall?
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys go there,
Is that where his workshop is?
it is indeed.
Mhm.
As you guys make your way there, you do see some typical guards in Zinterim fashion. Spiked nasal helms with lamelier chain, much like the ones you fought in Targos. However, these politely extend their halberds and let you guys walk on inside. As you do so, you see a very familiar face behind the desk. So I do not think that you have come here to pay financial support. What can I help you with? It is
I believe we're looking for the speaker's workshop.
Jess, I do not know why you need to look in there, but please be my guest.
Well, as you and I both know, the Zealot has no running in the race. So we would like to ensure that you are safe by taking out the giants, and we believe there might be leads on where they came from or where they went in his workshop.
Okay, yeah, like I said, go on ahead. We have not touched it since our arrival.
Thank you very much.
As you guys enter now that small space, you guys see an open keg with hops accumulated on the side. Right next to it, 3 huge containers all smashed through. Sticky honey and marmalade coats most of the surfaces, and in that sticky molasses of unclean dirt and grime that pieces of lint cling to, you guys also see a crunched up piece of paper with ink strikes all across it. Would you like to inspect the note?
What does it say?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check as the smudge, the sticky honey molasses-like material, and the lint and ash is just a little too much to see clearly. Larry, it is there. You do see it. Alright. Would anyone else like to roll investigation?
Guy, I don't see anything. I can't read what this note says. Oralis, what does it say? Larry, can you read?
Medium, please.
Wait, so it's covered
Can you
in
read,
honey?
Larry?
Larry can read.
I had a childhood education, yes.
Did you say it was covered in honey?
Yeah, the honey molasses kind of pooled around it. Think if someone spilled a glass of water and that rubbed into your piece of paper, and it's covered in lint and just other pieces of dust.
Could I clean it with prestidigitation?
Of course. A man who knows his spells. So with that, you guys watch as all of this is cleaned in a 5-foot space. As you flap out the note and read it, Glenn, you and Alistair take turns deciphering
1
the
cubic
note.
foot.
That's right. It appears to be a recipe hastily written. 3 parts honey, 2 parts sugar, 1 part mushroom that grows in the forested cavern, and there is a small handwritten note which seems to be directions to that very cavern. And there's
I'd
one
say we
final
go there.
there's one final ingredient too. It says something something rhapsody. You can't quite make it out.
Fucking
This is
Bohemian
probably like a-
Rhapsody.
This is probably like a double instilled, like mushroom infused, right?
Seems to be.
Right, Alistair, you think? You think so? Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, you know what Rhapsody is? I don't know what Rhapsody is.
Yeah, what the fuck is blah 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 Rhapsody?
We don't know.
Perhaps once we get the rest of the recipe, we'll figure it out, you know. Go get the mushrooms, go
But
to
what if
space.
this is a different recipe?
The recipe right here tells us it uses mushrooms and it tells us where he got the mushrooms.
No, I know. But what if this is like a different recipe than the one that was left in the asshole of that steel thing?
Well, we
Then
just
we have
keep
2
this one.
recipes.
Yeah, we'll have more than one type of meat to sell.
Yeah, expanding our product horizon.
I just got a theory, and I want to run it by you guys.
Do it.
He created this new recipe,
Mm-hmm.
finding these mushrooms, picking them every now and then, not realizing that giants lived in the cavern. He pissed off the giants. Giants came, killed him.
Right.
That's where we go to look for the giants.
So you think there's like a connection via like ingredients and giants? Like maybe it's like it could be even just like a sacred space or ingredient to the giants. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. It could be a sacred space to them. They could live in the cave, and they were like, "Hey, get off of my mushroom."
And then
They
we
just
make friends
really
with
like
them because they
mushrooms.
probably like the mushrooms. They'll probably like the meat, and we'll have a great people to sell to.
We could just give him, like Larry's saying, we could just give him some free meat as a peace offering.
Or gold. If I don't know, giant. Do
They
giants
took
like
all
gold?
of the honey, though.
I think the
Right.
giants will want the mammoth for supper.
What if they're trying to make it themselves with the honey and the mushrooms? Anyway, I do think we
Let's
should go
give
check it
them-
out.
I actually very genuinely have brewer's tools in my backpack or whatever I'm carrying. We could give him like a rudimentary recipe, like a very stripped
But
down
what the hell is
recipe, like-
Rhapsody?
I don't know. That's something we're gonna
We
have to
will
figure
find
out.
out.
Maybe the giants might even know what that is.
Maybe it's something from the giant. What if it's giant toe?
Could be.
As you guys think
Giant tooth.
and ponder over what to do next, those of you who are in the factory or in the lab still can see out the window as the city of Goodmeade comes to life. Unlike the Zintarim god and Latif, who have blue ribbons either in their turban or on their arms, you guys can see the populace, and almost all of them are wearing these red conical caps. They almost look like stereotypical gnomes themselves, but you guys know that they are indicating their support for Dolnar Zeal.
Oh shit, we need a color.
We gotta get in quick. Yeah, what is our color?
Orange. We need orange.
It's too close to
Orange?
red. How about blue?
No, that's the Kalishtan guy.
Yellow.
Larry's
Purple?
like, those are the only 2 colors.
What about this color?
As she holds up her
What color?
More
fingernails,
blue.
you guys can see that they are caked with dirt and grime.
Brown? Okay.
What's a commoner color? It is brown. You're
Brown.
right, actually.
And you guys do know the flag for this city is brown.
Hey, let's do brown.
God,
Let's
it's
do brown. We can just
Oh
make
my
a
god, we
take
could
some
literally
canvas.
just walk in. We could just walk in with the skin of any animal, any fucking deer that we find, and just make a banner out of it. That could be like his thing of like, I reject this two-party system.
Or
and
just dip a white cloth in some mud.
Or just
That's
dip a
right.
white cloth in some mud. I don't know. I feel like being like. I'm sidebarring us too much, but I feel like the idea of being like these two guys suck shit and then putting up like a fur pelt would be pretty tight. Like a good.
Unless they
Good
don't really
move.
like the death of the animals.
Of
I
the people.
I don't
towards
know.
the
We don't know a
people.
damn thing about this culture.
It's gonna be a shock, but we'll figure it out.
Inevitably, you guys.
Well, it
hear
looks like everyone's wearing conical hats, so why don't we make a bunch of hats and just soak them in mud?
To make a lot of hats.
Or we could do brown fur hats.
I said fur.
Does that work
I was
too?
met with opposition.
I wasn't opposing you, my friend.
But it was a better idea when Alistair said it.
You're
There's
right,
like
he's the
100
captain.
people in this city. I don't think we need disguise or costumes. I think they will know who we are very easily.
Well, what's
we
to
have,
stop?
this
No,
giant-
but they need to know that themselves are supporting us.
Yeah.
We could go around saying, if you support the everyman, if you support the man who's defending your town from the giants, don your head with a fur cap to keep yourself warm, and to bring hope back to Goodmeade. That's what we gotta do. Get them to do the legwork. Have them put
And
the
the
hats
will.
on themselves. Why are we making them their hats?
That's
To save the
Lower
town, wear
taxes.
brown. To save the
That's-
town, wear brown.
I like that.
I knew
like
you
that.
would come
All
up
the
with a
leaves are
rhyme. That's a good rhyme to use for our mantra. However, I forgot, if I'm the candidate, doesn't that mean I have to slay the giant with you guys?
You just have
Yes,
to walk in
but-
with the head.
You don't even
you
have
don't have to
to
come.
You
Oh.
you could
Ye-
spend your time campaigning around town. When we get town, you slip out and then you come back in with us, and you're the hero that slayed the giant, and we witnessed it.
I like that
And
idea.
I point to Arnholt while also holding a metal wire to my mouth using my message cantrip, and I say, and plus I'll be able to warn you when we're getting close to town.
Erland, I have a question for you. Erland, would it be okay if I rode atop your mammoth?
That would
Whenever
be
he
great.
stops staring at the stars, we will come to a conclusion. But for the time being, why don't,
You can ride my steel defender.
no.
Larry, we're about to
It's
go
in
fight
his
giants.
warm seat.
Larry, we're about to go fight giants.
I want
He's
to
got
take
his own
one
body
last.
heat.
I'm gonna take one last interruption to say I almost took Find Steed as a spell on this rest. I almost did it, but I didn't want to give you another token, so I did do it, and I should have done it.
Understood. He looks around. Don't worry, I'll just pretend to look tall. And he leaves. Through the window, you guys can see him talking to a few people. They kind of take their caps off and give him a nod eye and then walk by. He's trying.
He needs a good campaign manager.
In the meantime,
Sad boy.
it is approximately 10:35 in the a.m. What do you guys want to do?
Kill a giant.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
I think that's our new plan.
As you guys
Let's
make
just
your
say
way,
we killed it and move on.
there you go. As you guys make your way to the forest, slipping by whatever amounts you could have brought are separated from you as the trees grow denser and denser. As you guys draw in too, you actually start to feel warmer and warmer as the tree canopy shields you from the majority of the snow. And as you guys walk in, you see throughout the forest darted bright lights appear, then dim, then intensify again. And as they draw near, you can see all of these little creatures, the same one that Larry spoke to. They all look up at you guys, Some cheer, others clap. Some pat you on the calf as you guys walk by through their forest. All of these small chingwas are giving you guys support. As you march your way through the forests, following the dingy note that you can barely read, Glenn and Alistair, you inevitably come to a cavern entrance. There, at the cavern's entrance, you guys can see before you dense trees. And as you push forward, beneath the trees, there is a huge lumbering body. As you are looking at it from the profile, you see a massive gut, a huge brown braided beard, and a giant's face covered with red face paint. As the giant balances on one foot, placing its hands in such a pose, it crosses his leg over his knee and begins meditating. What would you guys like to do?
I think diplomacy and communication would be great with this one.
Okay, I would normally agree with you, but our whole platform is kind of based around the idea of Arnholt walking in with a giant head. But now I'm a little concerned because this giant looks like he's got some kind of training.
Wait,
I think
Glenn,
they're civilized, and
Glenn.
if we talk to them, it might be okay.
let's
Yes, I
make peace
think
with
this can
him.
be a solution. Yes.
We make peace with him. I still have a giant's head in my bag. We can still pull this off.
We make a deal. We make a deal with them, and then we bring Alistair's giant head back and say that we slew him, and really was just secretly supplying them with meat.
Should I ask the
Maybe.
gnomes what to do?
One thing I have to tell you, my
No.
friends, by my calculation, he's very flexible. So if the giant is very flexible from the legs, he may be able to kick your face. Be careful.
You know what I learned recently is that camels can kick in a full 360 around them. So that's like a whole thing to think about.
When
in the
have you
future.
seen a camel?
Never, but I read it recently in a scroll.
When did
of
you read
some
a book?
sort. I didn't read a book. I read a singular scroll.
Fun
What
fact.
scroll? Where did you read the scroll? I need to know where you read about a camel kicking 360 degrees around it.
Scroll store.
I think there is a place
God.
near the desert. In
Glenn,
Kalish,
Glenn,
they got some places like that.
they do have some places like that. You are right, Aralas. Glenn, go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Okay.
I walk down there.
Okay. As you walk near, are you gonna walk straight up to the giant?
Maybe we ask Rez
I walk-
to
I walk
get
about
introduction.
40 feet away from it,
I'm
Okay.
gonna accompany Rez.
and I wave to it and I say, "Hello, friend.
You
How
guys,
may we help you today?"
as that singular giant head that you guys saw remain stalwart in meditation, it flicks to you with sudden accuracy and instinct. The red face paint smeared, it brings up a hammer, but then you watch as another head pokes out from the same shoulder blade. This head looks much like the other one, except it has blue face paint on. Goog! What did I tell you about killing innocents? The red head looks at the blue head. I'm not for that. Me not foolish. Who speaks giant?
Rory speaks giant.
Rory. Okay. Welcome back,
Me
Gasper.
too.
No, I've been
Let's
here.
sneak
just-
around them.
I'm just very tired. I don't
That's
know
okay.
why.
That's okay. I'm just playing. Rory, you and Erland, who also speaks giant, you guys know this
And
red.
Ralas.
Oh, and a Ralas. Nice. You guys know that this red face painted giant just said, "Why can't I kill them? I haven't had a good meal since Goodmeade." At about the time the blue head looks down and actually uses his arm to grab the other one. As this Etten is wrestling with itself, you guys see all over its body tattoos in exotic forms. The Etten finally puts down its club. The red head looks stalwart, and the blue head speaks. "I am Doog. This be Goog. Together we Doog and Goog. This is how you call us. Minlock Willily." The other head and giant says, "No, it is Goog and Doog, not Doog and Goog." Nevertheless, what is your business here?
Oh, mighty Goog and Doog. Doog and Goog. Doog. Goog. Goog. Doog. You mighty ones, we have come here in exchange, in seeking an exchange. We have heard that you have acquired much honey that is needed for the people in Goodmeade. And we would like that honey. And if you give us that honey, we promise to bring you mead time and time again, as long as you never bother the town ever again.
I'm missing someone on the chart. Alistair, Oralas, Glenn. Does anyone not see their guy? Oh, it's Erland. At about that time, towards your appeal, I need you to make me a persuasion check. Bartholomew.
I knew I should have gone in as like a half orc or something, man.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea. It's alright. Oddly enough, this Etten seems to be taking you seriously. And then Doog looks at Goog. Goog looks at Doog. No. This honey will feed our kin for the coming winter. This winter has already gone on too long. I am sorry, but you will get no sustenance from I.
Double nat ones, man. How can this game do me that dirty?
So
Hey, man.
nasty, yeah. So
You rolled 3 natural 20s, and it happens. As he looks up, this Etten is going to go ahead and give me a perception check. As he looks up, he can't quite see everyone else in the tree line, but the redhead barks, "Me not good, me not eat." This could be an ambush, we have to leave, he says, but the bluehead, "No!" He looks about. Tell me, who is the most formidable amongst you?
I immediately point to Alistair.
Oh, no. Oh. That's
Alistair is going to step forward. The most formidable of all of us here is Rez himself. And I'm going to gesture with both hands with a bow.
Make a
And
persuasion
I
check.
as
I am Rez.
No, yes, this is actually Rez, right here.
Now, Rez, you make a persuasion check. And actually, Rez, you would have advantage because you're trying to pass the onus to someone else, and you roll
what
the
is
same
with
thing.
you, dude? I can't believe you.
The heads look at each other in confusion. The red head lurches forward, dragging its arm and leg, but the blue head seems to control him telepathically. Listen! It takes all of my willpower not to cease his attacking. So, while we are here, we will speak honestly to one another. Where is your champion, so that I may learn from him?
It's this guy right here, Glenn.
Is that so? This guy here, Glenn, step forward.
I didn't really plan to fight a two-headed giant kin today.
Would you rather have me try it?
No, let me give it a shot. I've only wasted my biggest spell slots today.
Real quick, as Glenn walks by, as he steps forward, I'm going to cast magic weapon and touch his primary weapon. So that is a +1 to hit and a +1 to damage.
Seeing this, the Etten casts down both of his weapons in the snow behind him, cracks his knuckles. Approach, and deliver your blow, for it shall be returned.
I charge him and make an attack with Thunderous Smite.
Alright, as the Etten is not confrontational, we're going to accept this attack, and if initiative is rolled, it will be rolled after. So go ahead with your attack.
Should we shoot him after he attacks?
I'm just the
No,
DM, man.
Let me
I
do
think
it.
Glenn has this. Glenn's got this.
That it? Roll for damage.
Excellent. So
We'll see how
there's
the fight goes. Yeah.
damage, and Thunderous Smite is hold on, I'll have to look that up again.
And that's a +1 to the damage, so that's 12.
Oh, plus 1 to damage too. Great. So that's 12 damage, and then I'm rolling a 2d6 thunder damage, and it has to make a strength saving throw, which I imagine it probably has a pretty good strength saving throw. But let me roll the 2d6 for extra damage there. So there's 12 plus 4. That's 16 damage on this first attack.
Alright, did you
It
add
might go prone.
Did you add the magical weapon bonus as well?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, as you guys watch as this massive creature takes himself a very massive blow, he steps back for but a moment and regains himself.
Bastard.
As promised, you have delivered a blow to me, and now I to you.
The blue head closes its eyes, the red head flares and gains dominion, and you guys watch as his fists turn into blades. As he begins striking, boom, 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 this Etten, trained in his martial status, is going to be delivering a flurry of blows.
It's a monk, Etten, are you kidding me?
Does a 26 hit?
Dude, when he was bouncing, I fucking
a
knew.
26 do hit.
Damn it. You take a total,
You're muted.
and with that, you take a total of some amount, that's right, 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As he strikes you once, the other hands go up, and the red head seizes, and the blue head opens again.
Now, if you would like to continue, you shall. However, I will allow you to leave with your life at this juncture.
You got this, Glenn.
Thunderous.
Kill him.
You got
Smite.
this, Glenn.
Thunderous Smite.
How do you respond?
Second.
It's not your turn yet.
Oh. Is it not?
Nope.
Who else is here?
Nope, him. He's got 3 attacks.
Oh.
Flurry of blows.
Oh, the 10 was just one.
Can any of us get involved?
Oh, you absolutely
Let
can.
me
All
handle
of you
this.
can. You all have autonomy over your creatures. However, the Etten has given you a proposition. Leave it once, or stay and fight. What do you do?
I choose to stay.
Glenn, you want help?
I will hold on for a bit. I might need it later. But
Alright, we'll just
I only
watch.
tell you I hold on for a bit.
Maybe
We're
we could
just
like
gonna
tap
watch.
in, tap out, sort of thing.
With that,
Glenn's got this.
the
He's
Etten,
tough.
the Etten shakes his head.
I like you, little one.
27 hits.
A 27 do hit.
What am I rolling right now? 19? The other one was 19?
Really good.
Alright. 13 bludgeoning damage.
Oh! That's a lot.
And with his final attack, does a 20 hit.
A 20 hits.
With that massive blow, you take another 17 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god.
You've taken
I
30
take-
hit points, and he calms back down and returns to his balancing stance. The red eyes shut, the blue eyes open.
Now I believe it is your turn.
Everybody, roll initiative.
I say, is it my turn or is it everyone who's rolling initiative? Are they gonna get put in the turn?
Oh, roll initiative as well, Glenn.
Oh, I need to roll initiative as well. Absolutely, I'd love to.
Woo!
Glenn, you still got this? You want us to do anything or just stay back?
You can respond to him if you'd like.
I'm gonna need some help. Follow my lead.
right. With that,
I'm about
the
to die.
19 and the 18, you guys are doing great. Alistair, roll me again. Yours did not get counted on accident, and that's my bad. Takes too long to explain, but... Alright, you had a 12?
I did have a 12.
So, as he has just gone, I will roll for initiative for him as well, and we'll go on his turn next round. Alright. What's your dexterity, Alistair?
My dexterity is a 15.
Perfect. Alright, got that right. Glenn, miraculously, the fates have aligned. It is your turn.
Fantastic. I'm going to make another thunderous smite attack with my scimitar. Blam! This is a 14 hit.
Yes.
Excellent. So there's the damage. I still have magic weapon, so that 10 is actually an 11.
All
And then I'm
right.
going to
The
roll
red eye
eight.
winces and wants to strike back, however the blue eye corrupts him.
No! Stay in your mundane state. We must focus!
And then I roll a 2d6. Only a 2, which is unfortunate for my thunder damage. But it does have to make a strength saving throw against my spell save DC. Which
Okay.
is 12.
Thank you for that. He will do so. He rolled a 10. How far is he pushed back?
He is pushed back 10 feet and knocked prone.
You guys watch as he flies back, destroying a tree in the process. As it snaps, the eyes on both heads awaken.
Finally, a worthy opponent!
And with that, I'm also going to use my movement to move backwards. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. And I'm going to call it for my turn on that one.
Well done. All right. Go ahead and hit that. Oh wait, it's not working. Your turn counter isn't there. That's not good. That's
You
fine
didn't
though.
have it last time either.
Ralas, it's your turn now.
Did you reduce your damage from your token? Because it shows you all green and mint.
It shouldn't even show that he's green and mint. On my screen,
Me?
he doesn't even have an aura. Oh, you mean Glenn?
Okay.
Yeah. The plugins
Glenn.
the plugins are
Yeah.
messed up.
I've got plugged in. I've only got
10 health.
a small amount of HP, yeah.
Bloody. Okay.
Oof.
I see. Well, only give advantage when you can to the next person that will attack. Fly around, my friend. And I will bonus action Blade Song, raising my AC. And I will cast Mirror Image as my spell. Here we go. Mirror Image 2. Blade Song is up. And I will go to the creature with my 40 feet of movement. I'll actually pull him on the side here and I say, hey, if you want to hit somebody, try to hit me, you big slow fuck. And that's for me total, and that's my turn.
A new challenger approaches.
He says in giant. And end your turn.
Yes.
All right. You said Orly gave you the help action. Do you want Orly to be right here?
Yeah, on the next attack that goes on anybody.
Yep. That will give you advantage
On it.
from that position, certainly.
Well, I used all my stuff, so the next attack will get advantage, or at least gonna like give the help.
Yeah, sounds good. And he will track. So with that, Larry, it is now your turn. What do you want to do, Larry?
So, where is all the? I feel like I would be where I should be to fight. But there's a lot of darkness.
Yep. Let me see from your perspective really quick. Right on. So. Okay. Yeah. You have like that grayed out screen. We actually changed
Yeah.
dynamic lighting. Let me fix that for you. There you go. Does that look a little better?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So the giant is actually right here. And you can clearly see that even with your dark vision.
Yeah, I can't see anything either.
Well, that's because you have no dark vision, Rez.
And then my steel defender is with me, correct?
That is correct. You are in your Steel Defender right now. If you'd like to spawn them, I can just drag the token out.
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
And then I would like to. Okay, so if I were to cast Green Flame Blade, would it hit them both, or do they count as like one? Target.
Yeah, they are one creature. Ettins
Okay.
typically have 2 heads.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to use my light crossbow and just shoot an arrow into the eye of the red head.
Okay, very nice. Oh, that hits. Which one are you aiming at? The red head?
Indeed.
Okay. Very cool. As the arrow sinks into its eye, you see it's thrown off balance, but what the red head loses in balance, the blue head gains, and it sneers at you.
And then I would like to use Arcane Weapon as a bonus action.
Okay.
With my hammer, so I'll have to. I guess I'd have to be closer, wouldn't I? To use
With
that,
your hammer,
or-
I mean, you could throw it, right? So
Yeah.
that's always an option.
Okay. And then that's plus 1d6 if it hits. Does that hit?
It doesn't. That narrowly
gives you-
misses. Oh wait.
It gives
Okay.
you an attack though.
Oh wait.
This
You know what?
Weapon.
Wait.
Doesn't
what,
it-
What did you say, Joe?
Well, I don't think this gives you 2 attacks around. Does it?
That's right. Yeah, she can't.
It's a
attack
bonus, right?
twice. Arcane weapon.
You still do you have 2
Yeah.
attacks around?
Yes. So with your bonus action, you use arcane weapon on your hammer. So your hammer is now arcane, but you can't
Okay.
attack again.
Okay. And then, even though that was my bonus action, my Steel Defender is still its own thing, so I can have it make an attack as well, correct?
Well, you need to command it as bonus action.
Okay. Okay. So now it. Okay.
Does that would you like to end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Up next, Alistair. What do you want to do?
All right, I'm gonna. I'll move forward, up kind of to here, and then. Let me measure real quick. Okay, perfect. Yeah. I'm going to cast Shatter.
Okay.
I'm going to do it right up here.
Okay. Very nice.
I'm doing it right up here.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So he's
So
making
that's
me a dexterity saving throw.
Constitution.
Thank you for that. All right. With that tremendous fail, you guys watch as both hands push the heads together, so even their ears are closed in the center. What else would you like to do?
Oh, well, you know, I'm just gonna do a little bonus action called Eldritch Cannon, my Force Ballista. And 27 is a critical success.
That's right.
So do I get the critical damage?
Yeah, you would. Really quick though, where did you center that shatter?
Oh, I centered it right up here, and it's a 10-foot radius.
All right, so right
So
here's the
Aralis
point.
is out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Orly is gonna make me a save.
For Dex, does it reach it though?
10 feet from right here? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, it would.
but he passed.
He did indeed. Orly is a constitutional motherfucker, even more than the Etten apparently. That hits. The Eldritch Cannon hits
I
as
haven't
well.
rolled
What was that?
I did not roll the Dex save.
Oh, I
Yeah,
rolled
and Orly
Constitution
is-
for Orly.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
you
yeah.
did.
Sorry about that. He passed.
Yeah, it's a Constitution
So-
dex.
Yep, there you go. With that, 11 plus 2d8 makes that 27 points of critical damage. Well done.
And
Yeah, check
that
the
will be
chat.
my turn.
I think for Larry, she was fine with 2 attacks around.
Larry, do you have extra attack at 5th level?
I think so.
All right.
Because I feel like we had talked about this whole thing that
Yeah,
I was about to do.
I forgot you had 2 attacks per turn. That's my fault. Go ahead with your second attack, Larry.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, it didn't work anyway. Remember?
Oh, did you miss?
Yeah, I missed.
You did.
So
Unfortunate.
it's fine.
Yeah, that. Sorry about that. Up next, though, if that ends your turn, Alistair,
It does.
you guys watch as the giant, this huge Etten, stands to its feet, cracks its knuckles, and begins laying in without any of the weapons it's holding. Does a 21 hit you, Arelas?
I will react with shield for 25 AC.
All right. As it crashes
on.
in,
No, I got the mirror images. Sorry, hold on. 12. So it hits a mirror image.
all
First
right.
the mirror image is down. Sorry,
How many do you have?
it's 4 turned up to 3.
All right. As he brings down another huge hand, does a 16.
It does. Hold on. 11, 8, 11 and above. 6, 8. Yeah, 8.
And-
So it hits another image.
And with his final move, he's gonna pivot to this position. Unable to strike Aralas, he yells, "Ugh!" And he's gonna go ahead and strike at you, Larry. Does an 18 hit? Ooh.
It would.
And with that, you guys watch as the dragon flutters its wings, hops up, and blocks the attack. As Goog and Doog miss, you see the blue head look to the red head. As they're both frantic, they look out towards both of you and simultaneously belt as spit and this weird toxic liquid in their mouths splatters all over you guys. Goog and Duke have ended their turn. Rez, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I pull out my. I actually am going to run over a little. And I pull out my stiletto and I start humming, and the more I hum, the faster the dagger begins to vibrate. And as I reach an apex, the dagger explodes forth with multiple versions of itself, and they all sail around in a straight line, almost like to the tune of the song. And they start circling between the two heads in a 5-foot cube, and I'm casting that at 3rd level.
Okay. There's not 5 foot of space between the two heads. You know, they are like literally in the same shoulders. However,
Yeah, I'm casting it like on his head.
Right, there you go. Awesome. Just making sure that you were trying to attack. Okay. So with his dexterity save, he fails. How much damage does he take? Okay, what level are you casting this at?
I am casting it at 3rd, so I think it's 64.
Yeah. Roll 64. As you guys watch all these ephemeral blades chopping through the beards of the Ettins, hair and follicles fall around you. And then as the Ettins rear back from the deflect, they do make contact. Look at that. Look at that roll.
Wow.
We need to debug Eric's computer tomorrow. With that insane roll,
Yeah, that's insane.
Loaded dice.
blood
And then with that,
shower.
seeing how much damage that just did to them, I look at is Glenn right next to me?
Yes.
Not too far.
I look at Glenn with like my arms out as if I were conducting them just now, and I look at him and I go, "Holy shit! I did not expect that to work as well as it did. Get in there."
I think you're the
And
champion.
and I give him an inspiration with a tiny little.
Next time I make a bard, that spell is going in. And Glenn, with your inspiration, as your buddy says, get in there, it's your turn.
It's my turn? Okay, great. I'm feeling confident. I was originally gonna use my own lay on hands on myself, but I'm feeling strong. It's a D8 inspiration, is what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to use my movement 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's my full movement. And I'm going to cast my third of my four first level spell slots to use my third thunderous smites. I'm gonna make an attack on this fella. Blam!
That is,
13 hits?
yeah, and you have advantage. So it's actually
Excellent.
21.
So there's damage. Do I still have magic weapon from Alistair or no?
Let me check real quick.
Yeah.
It's a great question.
Okay, until the spell ends, up to 1 hour, so he still has it.
I still have it. Okay, so that's a 9 plus 2d6. So there's a 5. 9 plus 5, 14. And they have to make a strength saving throw against my spell save DC, which is a 12.
Damn. You guys are fucking this dude up.
To see if they get knocked back 10 feet.
Natural 20.
You
Okay,
offered
stand
peace.
so they're
stalwart.
fine. They do still take the 2d6 damage, so
Oh,
that's 14 damage total. And he's not used a reaction of any kind, have they?
He has not.
Damn. Oh, I get 2 attacks. So let me roll just a regular attack. I forgot about this on my previous turns, but I just on 5th level got extra attack. So let me roll a second one.
Alright.
Does 16 hit?
It does.
A 16 hits, you said.
Yeah.
Excellent. Let me roll the damage on that one.
Alright.
14. Holy shit.
As you guys look, the Etten comes down to a knee. He is scraped on his left shin and on his right by Glenn's huge saber cuts. He has cuts all over both heads. His beard is now trimmed in an ungodly sight. And to knock it all off, he is dazed and delirious by Auralis's presence of many mirrored images. As he comes down,